not had it with Pepsi, so if it's shit, I'm sorry.
Just give it a taster.
We aren't sponsored. Thoughts?
It blends. It works.
That's the job.
Yeah. Standard.
Hair of the dog. Okie dokie. Let's get to it. Welcome back to Don't Start a Podcast. We're on episode 14?
14?
14. Putting numbers up. 14 in 1 year.
Bang. What a
That's
fucking...
really cool.
That's more than one a month.
That is impressive.
That's something. That's something.
To 14 more at least.
Hopefully, yeah. Hopefully we get them numbers up.
I was going to say, well, and as we didn't start in January.
When did we start? March. Or April?
March or April sounds right.
It's not bad. Not a bad ratio.
Mm.
When you look at it like that.
Yeah, I've seen ratios worse.
Yeah.
Oh, nice out. I've seen worse ratios. But we're here. We're at the end of the year. Well, by the time this comes out, probably the start of the new year.
A few weeks into the year.
Right. No, I don't know about a few weeks. So yeah, I had a couple of releases to talk about, I suppose.
Yes. One quite big one.
Yes, and one I'd say still fairly big. The other release.
Mm-hmm.
So, which do you want to start with? I suppose.
I'm not too fussed.
Should we start with Metro? Just because I have a bit less to say about Metros. I don't know.
Yeah,
or do you have more to say about that? And we can start with SZA.
I'm probably equal on both.
Okay.
To be fair. Yeah, I'm not too fussed.
Okay. Let's start with Metro. We don't normally start because I feel most people.
SZA is probably the bigger. Drop, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
people will want to hear.
Let's go with the.
So, Heroes and Villains. Because last time we spoke, I hadn't heard the album. I'd only heard the.
So you've heard the whole album?
Yeah, I've heard it. Yeah. Only all the way through once, but the ones I like, I've heard a couple of times. Yeah. So this is his second. Is this his second? Was not all Heroes Wear
Second in
Capes
the
is
trilogy. First. Apparently, this is going to be a trilogy.
Oh,
like
okay.
Hero theme.
I was going to say a hero
so, like,
theme.
This is the second one of that.
Okay, cool. I did not know that.
Last one was Savage Mode 2 with Savage, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, what did you think of it?
I thought it was okay. It didn't blow me away.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of was expecting a bit more of, because he sold it as Heroes and Villains, and it's like 2 discs when you look at like the track list where there's the hero side and the villain side. I kind of thought there was going to be more of a like difference. Like maybe the one side is more rappy and the other side's more R&B or something.
Right.
And based off the 2 songs I'd heard, I thought that's what it was at first, because at first I only heard Superhero and Creepin', which are obviously on different things. So I was like, oh, is the villain side more of an R&B moody thing? And then Heroes is more, trap. Metro's bag. Or Metro's traditional bag. But no, it wasn't that.
Nah.
Honestly, none of the tracks.
There's not... Besides, like, the... a few clips in between the tracks, there's not really much cohesion like between it. Which, I don't know, personally, I thought it was a good tape. Like, I didn't think it was amazing. Like,
yeah.
I probably prefer the first one. Like, I thought not all Heroes Wear Capes was quite good.
Dreamcatcher, 10 Freaky Girls, Borrowed Love, No Complaints.
Space Cadet. No Complaints as well.
Yeah. I probably agree with you.
Like, there's not much in it, but I probably preferred the first one. Obviously this one like does have a few like bangers on it though.
Yeah, obviously Creepin's the big single.
The one with Travis, Niagara Falls, that was...
Niagara Falls I liked. Yes, I was glad to see Travis rapping differently. You know, he wasn't just. You know, I complained last pod about him on. What was he on? Pussy and Millions. You know, where I was like, I felt kind of lazy. I didn't have that at all on this tape. I felt like Travis did his thing. You know. Yeah,
it's when the start of the album. I don't know. It set it up quite well.
Yeah.
Like the transition between the first two songs.
Yeah.
Like the outro of is it the first one where it's ASAP at the end? Or is it the second track? I think it's the first one where at the end it's like ASAP, and then the beat flows Homelander. Into the second. Yeah.
Because that's what I'm saying. When it started, I was sort of like, this is going to be really like themed. You know, he's opening it with Homelander.
Yeah, like that's and it was quite grand. Like the beat, and then it flowed through.
And Superhero is a good like opening track in the sense that like it's kind of the first proper song. I feel like because On Time's very much an intro.
But then and it didn't really have the consistency across the whole album.
I was gonna say there's some in here that I really enjoyed, but there were a few where I was like, I don't really care for this. I don't know. As I said, I was just kind of okay on it. There's some songs on here I really like Superhero, Too Many Nights. Yeah. Obviously Creeping, Niagara Falls.
It's I don't know like if it's me, but I feel like whenever a producer makes an album, it's like it never hits the same as when they produce for an album. So like for example, like Savage Mode 2, like I know it was Metro and Savage, but like in reality it's like he's produced a Savage tape.
Yeah.
Whereas like when it's his tape, it never like hits the same.
I suppose it's harder to, when you're a producer, obviously it's probably easier for Metro now, but in general it's probably harder to argue with artists like, can I keep this?
Yeah.
Because obviously normally...
Because as soon as you make a banger, they're going to be like, oh, can this be on the...
And numbers-wise, you'll be like, I would rather have the exposure of like being on The Weeknd's album as a producer than being...
Yeah.
You know, I suppose would be the argument.
It's just, I just find it interesting, like, there's been a few tapes like this where...
Yeah, I get what
you
mean.
It's like the producer's album, or it's his project.
Yeah, when really you would hope it'd be like the best stuff.
Exactly.
Because they just get to go insane on the production.
Which, like, the production was good, but it's like you say,
I wish there was more of a flow. Like, those first two tracks are the perfect example where it was like such a good, cohesive transition. You're like, oh shit. Yeah. Like, okay. Like you said, it was grand.
Yeah,
I kind of wish the whole album had that feel to it.
But I guess it's like where they have to like get artists to drop a verse for their album. I don't want to say they like phone it in, but like I don't know. It's like when you're given a verse.
Savage felt a bit phoned in.
A little bit.
On Creeping mainly. I didn't
mind his verse on that, to be honest. Like, I didn't think it was bad. Like
I didn't think it was bad. I just felt like it was a bit phoned in. You know what I mean? Like,
I didn't really think you needed a verse on that. Like because it is kind of like just a tacked on verse, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like because you get like Abel.
He's
towards the end.
Yeah.
And then you get Abel again, so it's like, did you really need a verse?
Yeah, it sort of felt like he had a whole song with Abel, then was like, oh, let me slot someone in. Let me make
it more and like give it a bit more. Because
so
when Savage comes in, like it's just like it's like a beat switch.
Yeah. I kind of wish, maybe it had like someone else singing as well on there or something. Maybe it would have been better. Yeah. If you had to have someone else on there.
Yeah. But no, it's just something I find interesting where I don't know.
Although I will say, I want to walk back. After listening to the last pod when I was editing it, I was worried that I sounded like I was saying Savage was like weaker on all of Her Loss. And I want to make it clear he had some hard bars on there.
No, yeah,
whilst I did criticise some of his bars, he has some hard bars on there, like that One Direction bar.
Yeah.
That was hard. Every time I hear that, I go, ooh. But yeah, on this, I don't know.
No, the 21. What's the bar? when he gets into the club.
I don't need ID because I'm 21. Because they know I'm 21.
I thought that was fun. I thought it was fun. Like, it was alright. Like,
don't know. I'm still not sure on that one.
it's double. Like, you know, he's 21, man.
21.
Like, yeah, I don't really have too much to say about it other than that. To be honest, like,
yeah, Future did his thing.
I didn't expect too much out of it, but like what we got, I was happy with.
Yeah,
like, there was a good few songs on here that I'll go back to. So
fair enough.
Yeah.
That's it. That's your review of favorite tracks, I suppose. Before we move on. I kind of already said like Superhero, Too Many Nights, Creepin'.
I put Niagara Falls in there.
Niagara Falls, yeah, definitely.
That was probably one of the better songs.
I quite like that interlude with Future and Don Toliver.
Yeah.
In general, I mean, I'm quite a big Don Toliver fan anyway, but I thought I quite liked him on here.
See, I'm not like.
Yeah, I know.
I don't want to sound like a hater. It's just
big hate.
For me, he don't do nothing
Aaron
for
said
me.
He's shit. He's fucking shit. It's garbage. Get him off the tape. I don't do nothing for you. Not even on Astro.
Nothing. Okay.
Come on.
I'll walk it back a bit.
You can't say.
yeah. But you have to admit, like, versatility, like.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying he's versatile. That's what I'm saying. He did his thing, like his one thing.
Yeah, because he's on.
But I'm not being funny. Like, Savage isn't a very versatile artist. You know what I mean? Like.
No, but like. I don't know. I'm not like he's not bad. He's just I don't know. Sometimes like I feel like he's everywhere. Like he's on everything. Like
interesting.
You know?
Yeah. I mean to be fair, he is on SZA's album that we're.
I was just about to say like he was on that as well.
I didn't really care for him.
I didn't like him on that at all. So maybe it was that.
I didn't like another feature on there as well when we get to that one.
Right. Fair enough.
But yeah, I think I don't really have anything else to say about Metro.
Nah.
He's a great producer. At the end of the day.
He is
legend.
top 5.
Modern trap especially. Like he's probably the most well-known producer.
Yeah, he has
I would say,
surely.
You know what I mean?
Okay, so
and he's doing a tape with Future, so I will be there day one.
I feel like all his collab tapes always slap.
Yeah. Well, and I feel like the good thing with Future is he's going to get to really play with some like different beats because, you know, Future's going to have a rappy one, a singy one, like you know, and we'll probably get a Drake feature on there, you know. I think that'll be a great tape.
Hopefully.
You know, because obviously Future's fucking album ended up being the best-selling rap album of the year.
Wow. I didn't expect that.
Yeah, insane. When I saw it, I was like, Jesus. So, SOS by SZA.
SOS.
Thoughts?
I liked it. Like, I thought it was good.
The end.
Yeah. No more to say. I thought it was.
We waited 5 years and Aaron goes, it's okay.
See, this is the thing with artists when they take so long to drop. It's like there's the expectations automatically. You're walking into it with high expectations.
And when your previous album is arguably the most iconic R&B album of the 2010s, probably.
Because I had like a similar thing with Kendrick. Like, obviously Kendrick has more albums. Was like where you waited so long. In my head, it's always the reason we waited so long is because they're making like a fucking masterpiece.
Yeah.
Which like,
where this is very much here's a bunch of songs.
Yeah, and I thought it was too long. For me personally, like, I don't know. Considering Control was like, how many tracks was Control?
Control's quite concise. I feel
It's
like.
not
Originally,
as long as
it is 14.
Yeah, compared to the 23 on SOS.
Yeah, and obviously we did get the deluxe for Control this year as well.
Although I guess like there are like a few songs that are like a few years old that she's still put on.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
So.
Or like just were clearly Lucy's that like I Hate You was clearly not part of this album.
Nah, like, and then that's
because it sounds nothing like any other song on here.
And she puts like that in Good Days towards the end. So like, they feel like bonus tracks.
Yeah.
And even I know Shirt like
technically only just dropped.
Yeah, but
in my heart it's been
yeah,
because that been dropped.
Yeah, for real. No, I did like it, to be honest. Like I like SZA. I don't know. She makes good music. It's like, if you give me, even if it is just like a 20-song compilation album, like, there's a good chance it'll be a good standard.
Yeah, I agree with you there.
What about you? What did you think?
I fucking love this album.
Really?
I think there's like 2 tracks on here I'm not really a fan of because they sound like TikTok songs.
Which are?
Conceited and... Is it Notice Me? I can't remember the other one. There's another one on here. Conceited's the main one where every time I hear it, I'm like, this is a fucking TikTok ass beat. I can see people doing the whatever it is you do on TikTok.
But it's like, it's one of them things like, you have to have that now.
Yeah, but I was kind of like, isn't I Hate You already that? That was the one that blew up on TikTok.
But like, that was like a leaked song that they took to TikTok. Do you know what I mean? Whereas like, I'm not saying I agree with it, but like, you have to have a TikTok song now, isn't it? It's like, that's how things get.
This to me sort of felt like SZA's Views, where it's just, here's a long album where I'm touching every genre.
Which she does. There are.
She came on this talking her shit. I was like, damn. And like the early run is like crazy. You get SOS, Kill Bill, Seek and Destroy, Low, Love Language, Blind, and then you get the Don Toliver one that's a bit weaker. You know what I mean? Like, that's a hell of a run at the start there. As I said, the Don Toliver one I thought was kind of weak.
Yeah, same. I didn't love that track. I didn't really like him on it either.
Yeah, same. It felt phoned in. And I don't know why Travis was doing a Future impression on Open Arms. It sounded like he was trying to do like Hendrix era Future mixed with Young Thug.
I was
like, what the hell is this voice, Travis? Yeah. Like, nah, I was not a fan. Which is a shame because I really liked SZA's bit on Open Arms. But yeah, Travis, I don't know. Yeah, I liked him because he's in the background on Low, isn't he?
Yes.
He kind of doing the ad-libs. I liked him there. I really liked that.
I'm surprised there wasn't more features.
Yeah, because
such a long album.
She put up that post that was like the features they like talked about. People thought it was actual intended features, but she kind of clarified like, no, this is just us brainstorming like who would it be cool to have on the album. And there are some names there that would have been cool to have on the album. Like Drake was on there, Frank Ocean was on there.
Frank would have worked really well on this album, I think.
I think SZA and Drake might be soulmates after hearing this album because they're the exact same person, just gender swaps.
Yeah, for real.
They really are as bad as one another. I was like, damn. Yeah, because we're at the end of the year, you know, Toxic Olympics. I think SZA put on for the women on this. She fought the patriarchy because... Damn, some of the lines on this, I was like, Jesus Christ.
Smoking on my X-Pac.
She was talking her shit on that. I like that. But yeah, no, I like how like introspective a lot of this album is. It's sort of her like, you know, you had like Good Days, her bit on Open Arms, Far, like Nobody Gets Me. What a track. Mate. Yeah, and I love all the genres, like F2F with the fucking alt-rock.
Yeah, I like that song to be fair.
I like that. I was like, that's wavy. And I think it's positioned well because you've got the Phoebe Bridgers.
I was going to say, she's got Phoebe Bridgers on there as well.
Kind of, and Nobody Gets Me is not alternative in the same way, but it is a bit more of a country-inspired song, I feel like.
She's in a Taylor Swift bag for that one.
Yeah. Except I've never heard... Taylor Swift say stick it in before the memories get to kicking in. I was like, damn.
God damn.
But yeah, no, I really fuck with this album. I think it, as I said, it's more of a Views style album.
Yeah, which is weird because like the covers are very similar.
Oh like, yeah, I'm telling you, it's meant to be. Drake's, what you can't see here is she's like looking at Toronto and Drake's on the CN Tower looking down at her.
That scene from episode 3 Anakin and Padme like, and he's got tears in his eyes.
Like in the fucking Laugh Now Cry Later music video, when he's in the pink and he's crying.
On the top of you.
Oh yeah, no, I hope we get some visuals because
Yeah, like the visual.
We know she's doing a Kill Bill music video.
Which, like,
if she's in the Uma Thurman yellow jumpsuit,
damn,
she's the goat. She might be the goat for that one.
Yeah, because the visuals for sure were like wavy.
Good cinematography.
Yeah, for that one.
Lakeith Stanfield.
He's
what a guy.
What a goated. What a guy.
And I think also she's recording one with Travis for Open Arms, I think. But it might be low. He might just be in the music video, like a video vixen. I don't have too much else to say.
I don't really have like any major criticisms. Like I said, the only thing I was like, it's a bit long, which like it could grow on me because like it is still fresh.
As I said, I feel like if you look at it as a views, rather than a control, because as you said, control is so concise.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Control's like, if you're reading this, or to take care, or Nothing Was the Same is probably the perfect comparison. Where it was like, my last album was this fucking tight, cohesive masterpiece, and then you follow it out. I know if you're reading this was in between, whatever. Then you follow album-wise with views.
It's a bit more relaxed.
Yeah, like, and it's trying a lot of genres.
Yeah,
like. Definitely not a masterpiece in the same way, but I really did enjoy this. And yeah, we were criticizing album covers last week. This is a great album cover.
I like it. Like, it's not hard to make a good album cover, you know. Like, there's so many.
Genuinely,
you can take a picture of like so many things, and it would be like a decent album cover.
Genuinely.
So I hate when album covers are just shit.
Yeah, same. Because I like artwork. Like, I like having it like on my wall. Like this, I could see you doing like. Like the Nothing Was the Same, where Drake has that big painting of it. Yeah. And it's both covers. I could see you doing like a massive painting of like SZA in this ocean.
Yeah.
What I mean? Like, it feels like artwork.
And like, it's not super complicated. It's like, so when you see like fucking Honestly Nevermind. and
Did you see he made Trilogy?
Oh, that was I don't believe that.
CLB. When he talk, because I listened to him talk about it, and I was like, he talks about CLB like it's the album I wish it was, where he talks about it as this lovey-dovey R&B
what
album.
We thought it was gonna be, like where it's fucking Love Heart in the Trim and just crying. Yeah, it wasn't like.
I was gonna say the only thing that kind of works is I think. Honestly, Nevermind is interesting to listen to as a breakup album, like as a concept. When you listen to that album, like especially towards the end of that album where you get all them sad tracks. I mean, I was like, that's kind of interesting.
And even
that was it though.
I guess, I mean, you could argue like even with the switch in genre, it's like a party album, a dance album. So like you've just like broken up, you're like
you're out in the club, like,
and then you have like a fewer slower songs, but
as I said, especially towards the end where like the lights come on at the party and you're feeling sad.
But it's like, I saw the Drake stands being like, oh, he was a certified lover boy, but honestly never mind because it's so lost. I was like, I didn't believe it. I'm sorry, I don't.
But then Drake confirmed it. I'm convinced he just saw people say that and was like, yeah.
He was like, Trilogy. Yeah.
Hey,
I know about Trilogy. I got my own.
Mate, we're comparing trilogies.
Come on.
One of them's getting smoked.
Like, I would take Honestly Nevermind, Her Loss.
Yeah, I think those do work. I wonder if afterwards he had the idea.
But Loverboy, no. Like,
in a way, I was kind of wondering if we were going to get the third part next, because I feel like with I guess it's Fuck Me that could lead into an R&B album or something.
Because like Loverboy is album Drake. That is
Scorpion, Views, that is More Life.
You
Dark
can't
Lane.
get more album Drake than that album.
Yeah.
And then these two are like mixtape Drake.
Yeah, experimental, like trying something different.
Yeah. Nah, he tried sneaking that one in.
He tried getting that in past VAR, but we're checking that. We're checking that with the officials.
Didn't go over the line, man. Didn't go over the
line. We'll get the officials on that one because I'm not sure.
But the Drake curse was
possible
broken.
Offside.
He broke. Yes, Argentina broke the Drake curse.
Although I feel like they had to fight for it.
Oh, they were battling it, but
mate,
they managed.
What a game. I don't even like football and I was riveted.
What a game.
Mbappe.
Project Mbappe.
He went insane. The second half of the game, it's like he was like, "Oh hell no, I'm getting cooked."
He took it personal.
Yeah. He came in there like the fucking beat switch on major distribution. He came first half. He was doing that weird sing-songy voice of "If you fucking with distribution." Yeah. Second half
in his house. Oh my god.
He was terrorizing Messi on that pitch.
Mate,
the commentators were like sat back like, oh yeah, it's crazy that Argentina. Then in the second half they were like, oh shit.
His second goal was, I'll give it to him, filth.
That was filthy. There's your World Cup wrap up for those of you. So check to the pod for our sports coverage. Spotify Wrapped.
Oh yes.
We promised the people that last pod.
Do you have a picture of yours? How do you get it back up?
That is a good question.
Got it.
How did you find it?
Type in Spotify Wrapped on your search bar.
Yes, I see. Your Wrapped is here.
So let's get. What is this? Let me get my eyes up.
I was gonna say let's get.
And then we'll go through the playlist after, and we'll see who slaps.
Who goes harder?
I think the artist one.
Oh yeah, One Ruled Your World. You like these artists so much, put on the cover of magazine, kind of. I'm just skipping to the end.
I think you only need the last page.
That's all you need. Unless you want to do the genres, that's the only.
Nah, fuck the genre.
Fuck the genres.
Okay, so top artists. You want to go first, or should I?
You go first. We'll go back and forth. Number 1.
Should we go from 5?
Oh yeah, 5. Let's start 5.
5, I've got Future.
Same.
Best selling rap album.
Best rap album of the year.
At number 4, I've got Sea Breezy. Sea Breezy.
That's it. Okay, cancelled. It's over. But you've given him a lot of stick, so I want you to
I give him a lot
publicly
of stick,
apologise that he's made number 4 for you.
I give him a lot of stick, but he has
tunes.
The catalogue is
his Christmas mixtape. You were listening to that a lot.
Oh yeah.
I'll tell you what. I listened to Bryson's one that he dropped last year. I never listened to it. I didn't realise it's like a Bryson project that just happens to be themed around Christmas. Like it's not. Apart from the last song, which is a cover of Winter Wonderland with his daughter singing, which was very cute. I was like, that's what a sweet way to end it. But it's just like regular Bryson songs that just happen to mention like that it's December. Like,
right.
it was listening to it. I was like, oh shit, this is kind of hard. Like,
how is it?
I might listen to this other days of the year.
R&B Bryson.
Yeah, it was literally just regular Bryson music. That the theme is like he's heartbroken over Christmas.
What, with like an odd bar about Christmas?
Yeah, he'll be like, I wish it was you I was spending Christmas with. But he'll still be like it'll be like, if don't just mention that in a bar. Yeah. So number 4 for me was Division.
Nice. I respect it.
You've not listened to that album yet, have you?
I still haven't heard the new album. No, I'm slacking.
This guy
slacking.
2 pods in a row.
It's not good enough.
It's not. New co-host next year. Swapping him out. Number 3?
Number 3, I've got. I don't know if I can say this on the pod.
Oh shit! Who is number 3? Adolf Hitler.
I'll be the yay. Yeah, Kanye at 3.
Well, we've swiftly on from that one. Number 3, I've got Party Next Door.
Nice.
Who dropped a song with Diddy?
Haven't heard that.
Diddy needs to pack it in, man.
I don't know why he's still making trying to make music.
But every time I've heard Diddy, actually, because he's on that Bryson song, but he just sort of talks at the end. Yeah. Here he's got a verse, And every Diddy verse I've heard, he just references previous music.
He's just stuck in the past.
Yeah, like it's just like, oh, remember when I said, and it just like killed the song. I was like, bruv, I was kind of enjoying this. It's a bit like what's the Trippie Redd song?
Excited.
It kind of reminds me of that.
Shawty on the road.
Like it reminds me a little bit of that with Party's flow on it. It's not exactly the same, but just sort of shades of that. Because I went in intrigued because Party was tweeting lyrics from the second half of Throwaway by Future. So I was like, oh, I've been there. I know what that's like. So I thought he was going to be like, I thought we were going to get like Savage Anthem or something. But no, it ain't. It's, as I said, it's more like Excitement or whatever it's called. Number 2.
And number 2, I've got Drizzy Drake.
I believe our 1 and 2s are flips. I've got The Weeknd at number 2 and Drake at number 1.
And then I've got Weeknd at number 1.
Interesting selection. I feel like mine is like, if you like generically guessed my like top 5 artists, you'd probably get these 5 people in more or less this order. Probably with Weeknd and Drake swapped.
That's fair.
It would legit be Drake, Weeknd, Party, Division, Future.
That's fair to me, yeah.
Like, it'd be like, but generically, what does Ben listen to? Like, this could be any year. You would probably get this list of 5 artists.
I feel like every single year I always have Weeknd, Drake, and Ye. And then it's always the other 2 that switch
and
out.
Who?
Like, last year I think I had Party, and that's swapped for Chris Brown. I can't remember who I had at 5 last year.
I can't remember last year. I know I had Weeknd and Drake. And I think I had Yitla himself as well. I think.
What about the tracks? What are your top 5?
My top 5. So, starting at 5, I have Calling My Name from Honestly Nevermind.
That's a good track.
The beat switch is just
Heavenly.
The best thing ever. Killer Cut Blood. Then number 4, I have Don't Break My Heart from Dawn FM. Forgot what it's called for a minute there. Number 3, I have How Do I Make You Love Me from Dawn FM. Number 2, I have Wait For You from Future's album, I Never Liked You.
I Never Liked You.
And number 1 is Gasoline from Dawn FM.
Good selection.
You have quite a varied top 5 though, to be fair. So I quite like to hear. Because some of those albums I've not even heard of them. I was like, oh, he really pushed the boat out on this one.
I have at number 5 Starry Eyes.
Okay. Yeah. Surprised Dawn FM snuck in there.
FM,
yeah. I'm surprised it made your list.
No, same to be fair. Number 4 we
just
have
crept in.
How Do I Make You Love Me, which I think is from that Weeknd album.
Oh yeah. The thing is, I haven't listened to anything since Trilogy. I just don't think he.
It's Dawn FM.
That's it.
Dawn FM.
Yeah.
Number 3 we have Gasoline.
Oh yeah, that's from that 80s album, innit? Heartbreak, The Prison. Oh no, wait, sorry.
Alone at Prom.
Nice. Oh wait,
Dawn FM.
Mate, he's gonna be alone at prom from now on. I can tell you that.
Alone in the shower.
Or not. Take what you want. Guess who's going to shit.
And then number 2 Out of Time. And number 1 Is There Someone Else.
Oh, okay.
So Dawn FM sweeps.
Dawn FM swept the whole fucking list. Damn, we'll have to dive into the playlist and get some more because it's just more Dawn FM. What was your top genre? Was it rap?
Rap, yeah.
Minutes listened.
Where's the playlist? Top songs.
Top songs 2022. So obviously we just did the 5. What's your number 6?
Texco Green.
Drake,
which is
something else. Mine is If I Get Caught by Division. I don't know why that's there. That's a disgusting song.
Mine is then followed up by Her Way.
Oh, what a tune!
Which is a classic.
Yeah. Mine is Emiliana by CK. It's one of my favourite songs of the year.
We then follow that up with Keep It Burning by Future.
Oh, that is featuring the Gestapo. The Gestapo. Gestapier. Mine's Out of Time. Which...
What a song.
Yeah.
What a track.
What was your number one again off Dawn?
Is There Someone Else?
Is There Someone Else? Oh, you doing okay, man. Damn. Sorry to hear that. And then I have Sticky off Honestly Never Mind.
I have Best Friends from Dawn FM. Then I have Sticky as well.
Oh, okay, I have
so what's that? 10, 9, 8,
Star Signs, which is Afrobeat song that I really like.
How many should we do? Up to 20?
Sure. Then
So
I
that's
have
10.
I Want You But You'll Never Know, which is one of my favourite songs of the year. That's got drama on it. It's really good. It's where you like gaze out and like think about that
Look at
life.
the stars.
One of those. You're like, your arms behind your back. You're just like thinking. You're like,
With a tobacco pipe.
yeah.
I've got Rich Spirit. Kendrick at 11.
Kendrick is
probably the only song off that.
I was gonna say
in here
that maybe creeps somewhere on here, but
yes, that is the only song.
That will probably
off
be
that
it. Then I have Less Than Zero.
What song?
One of the best songs on that project.
I have Praise God by I forgot his name.
Schroster, Text Go Green.
I've Take My Breath.
Okay. I've Found with Thames and Brent.
And then I've got Wait For You with Thames as well.
Oh, okay.
And Drake of Future's tape.
Queen. Then I have Giving Up, which is like, I got some instance in there. It's by a chick called I think it's pronounced Tasha, I assume TSHA. She's quite wavy.
15, I've got 87 Stingray by Tory Lanez.
Wowzers. Maybe he'll get out in 2087, but I have Sacrifice by The Weeknd.
Nice. I then have Next to You, Bryson Tiller.
That is a tune. I love Next to You. That's probably my favourite song on that project.
Same, to be fair. It's probably
that's a really good one. I like when Bryson's in his like lovey-dovey bag. You know.
He is probably due another drop.
I'm going to say yeah, because I think the last thing was that Christmas album last year. So
yeah, which like, does it count?
I was going to say.
I don't know.
Then I have a Keeper.
What song?
Honestly, never mind.
Where are we? 15, 16. Don't Break My Heart at 17 by The Weeknd.
Am I ahead of you or behind you?
Now is your 7.
Okay. I have a song called Missed Calls by a guy called Lance. It's a nice kind of saddy R&B song. Quite like it.
Fair enough. I've then got Falling Back by Drake.
Falling back to you.
I'm finding. What a starter. What an opening.
You mean intro?
Intro. One intro.
No, the song intro.
Oh,
you mean?
Yeah. Isn't this second though?
Yeah.
So we'll give it.
It's okay. I like it. It's a bit long for me.
The music video as well.
The music video is great. I do like the music video. I hope we get some music videos for the Savage album.
Yeah, like Drake. I don't get why he doesn't do music videos.
Yeah, because when he does, they're like always unique and memorable.
Yeah.
Like even if it's featured, like when he did "Wait for You" this year, that was a great music video.
But like we only got like 2 videos for Loverboy, didn't we? When it Way Too Sexy and Knife Talk.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I think that's it.
And then we only got 1 for Honestly Never Mind.
Yeah, well, kind of technically, it's 2 songs in one.
Yeah, but and then Her Loss.
We haven't had any yet. I assume we'll get 1. I hope. No, we got Sticky as well. Sticky was honestly no.
Oh yeah, but that was just like him on tour. Like,
around, like. Yeah. That,
I know it counts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A bit like don't really count the other Savage song. Because obviously it was just sort of ended up being promo for their collab album. What's it called? I've forgotten it. That's definitely on here somewhere.
I can't remember the name either.
The fact that it's not like my most Jimmy Cooks. The fact that it's nowhere near my most listened to song from that album is hilarious.
Nah, I mean it's the same, to be honest. Like, not to say it's not a good track, but like, I don't know. I like the sound of that album.
I was gonna say same. I just know if they hadn't arrested his ass, that Tory Lanez was definitely working on a house album. He was definitely gonna jump on that wave.
Definitely.
I mean, the guy did a fucking 80s album. I'm convinced he wasn't even born in the 80s.
He probably weren't. No, he couldn't have been. He's not.
I was gonna say, 40, there's no way. There is no way that man was touching the 80s. Then I have Last by Burna Boy. Song of the Summer.
What a track. Summer anthem.
Summer anthem for sure.
I've then got Law of Attraction, Dave. Featuring Snow Allegra.
Great song. One of the best songs on that album.
Easily, yeah.
Dave, man, what a guy.
2 for 2.
I was listening to Professor X the other day. That might be his funniest song.
The wordplay is good.
The back ain't there, but the brain is brilliant. Or the bit where he's like, whitewash her son on FIFA. They go to the bedroom and whitewash. I was like, that's hilarious.
And then
then I have Is There Somewhere Else?
And is that 20? Mine finishes out with Rock and Roll, Pusha T featuring Ye and Cudi.
Rock and Aryan Roll.
And Aryan Roll. We got quite a few good. We got some good music this year. Like when you think about it.
Looking at it, I'm impressed how much of. I think there's only one song in this top. 2 songs that aren't from this year. Oh, 3.
Same.
I have 3 songs that are from previous years. The rest are all.
When
you had a couple more, I think, because obviously you had the Bryson.
I had the Bryson, Her Loss. Oh, and Alone at the Tory. That's 3. And Dave was last year as well, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, Dave. No, Dave was year before because we were at
was it 20
Park Life. Or was that last year? Wait.
No, I think it was 2021.
Yeah, it was 2021. Yeah, it was this year we didn't go Park Life.
Huh.
Damn, what a year for music. I was pretty. We got a lot of music. We got obviously Weeknd, Future, Drake, Beyonce.
Most of the people.
Drake again.
Yeah.
Like a lot of big artists dropped.
Most of the people we wanted to dropped.
Yeah, we spoke a lot into existence.
So we got like a obviously. Yeah. Well, like think about it. You got a new Kendrick, SZA, 2 Drake, Weeknd, Future.
The only one we wished for and didn't get was J Hus. He's the only one that eluded us.
Hus, come on, man.
The streets need you.
UK, like, because we didn't get. Was Skepta last year?
Skepta was last year.
Dave was
last year. So I wasn't like needing another album from most of them. The 2023 though, I think I'll be keeping an eye out. Although isn't Skepta like semi-retired?
Apparently, but I don't know how much truth there is in that. I don't know, maybe.
Interesting. Yeah. Spotify Wrapped. What an invention. Whoever came up with that. Just a fun way to show you data. Yeah, because after the top 20, then it starts getting into more music from various years.
Yeah, I think mine is quite mixed.
Yeah, I was going to say.
You got some Nothing Was the Same.
Yeah. Yeah, I was going to say that's where I get a lot of party songs. Yeah. Yeah, good year. Good albums as well. There's been, apart from, Kendrick's the only one that disappointed me, really. Apart from that, I've been pretty happy with most of the projects, I've got to say.
Same, to be honest. Like, I agree. Like, Kendrick, for me, it hasn't really aged that well already.
Yeah.
Like, I don't.
Yeah, like I keep seeing he's doing music videos, and I'm like, I don't care. I don't like these songs.
Yeah. No, I didn't really do it for me.
Didn't cut it for you.
No.
Well, that kind of wraps up 2022 music-wise.
Yeah.
On to another year. Who's like the one person you want to drop next year?
It's tough because there's a few. Obviously, Black.
Oh yeah,
he's like due. Like you said, Haas.
I'd like St. John to drop something because he's kind of been dropping a lot of loosies. I want to build up to an album or something because obviously his last album was a lot of remixes and stuff.
I want to drop is Cole, just because like.
Yeah, and we know Cole's working on an album, so
I just feel like there's like a window now for Cole where it's like Kendrick's album's like indecisive, quite it's got mixed opinions.
Yeah, I was gonna say quite mixed.
And then Drake's kind of dropped 2 mixtapes which are a bit experimental.
Yeah.
And Loverboy, I would say it was a bit of a mixed reception as well. So like if Cole comes out with a good album, I don't know, I feel like there's a slot there for him to do that, and for him to
kind of re-enter the conversation.
And like just where his last 2 albums, I don't really go back to them that much.
Yeah,
I need like a new Cole album.
Yeah, same.
With like hits where I can just
to
keep it in rotation.
Definitely.
Because I'm still living off like 2016
For Your Eyes Only
backwards. Yeah.
What an album.
No, it was, but
underappreciated.
Yeah, 100%.
People definitely went in wanting Forest Hills Drive 2.
Yeah.
I mean, they did kind of get it.
But
I think it's the closest in his discography to Forest Hills sonically.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a bit more conscious than Forest Hills is. Forest Hills has more like bangers.
Yeah.
And he plays with genre a bit more on For Your Eyes, because obviously you get like, I Want to Fall Close to You, which
Deja Vu.
Like,
well, I know there's some of that on Forest Hills Drive.
No, but I suppose Deja Vu's kind of like Wet Dreams ish.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like how many genres he kind of, not genres but like subgenres of rap he was able to kind of dip in and out of.
No, 4 Years Only. What an album.
Yeah, as I said, definitely underappreciated. Cole's second best album, easily for me. Born Sinner, third.
Yeah, I think the top 3 speaks for
itself.
Although
you prefer For Your Eyes.
I'd put it first. Yeah, I think it's his best album. I do think it's his best album.
I wouldn't go that far. I do really like it. Forest Hills to me is just like a classic, like a stone cold classic.
Like Forest Hills is like he went into the studio and was just like
something to prove.
He made the first song was like, and there was just a vibe. Like he knew it was slapping, and he just stayed in the studio and just like song after song, like it just flows so well. But then like for me, For Your Eyes Only took that and like matured it.
I like For Your Eyes how like conscious and just introspective it is at times as well. Like, you know, talking about like life and stuff.
No, I like, because I remember at the time when it came out, the main criticism was like, it's too personal.
Yeah.
No one liked how personal it was with like his daughter.
Yeah, because that's kind of how we found out.
Yeah,
wasn't it?
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? But like, it's aged well.
Yeah,
it's aged
definitely.
very well. And as like pure rap, I think as far as like pure
bars
and just like rap, his rapping on that
bars,
I think is his best.
Yeah, definitely.
But like that and Forest Hills Drive, like
yeah,
2 classics.
Absolutely. So what? Do you want to move on to what you've been watching recently? I suppose.
Have you seen the new Knives Out?
Yes.
Film?
Have you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me get the rum ready for this one.
Should we swap to the Bacardi?
Yeah, sure.
Not that they sponsor us. I'm going to face the label this way, so there's no way of knowing. Do you want to start? Thoughts?
I loved it. I thought it was great. I thought it, because at first I was skeptical in a way where I was like, all right, the first one
is like one of those movies where part of the reason it's popular is because of the twist.
Yes.
But where it's the first one, you're like, so what is Knives Out without the twist?
Yeah.
Like that specific twist, like where it's a murder mystery that isn't even about a murder, but then it is about a murder, you find out. Like, the way that first one jumps back and forth.
And yeah, I don't know, like at the time Knives Out was like it was a nice surprise. I didn't really have expectations, but
yeah, because it was just sort of like, oh, the guy that did Last Jedi did this random murder mystery. Cool, I guess.
Yeah.
Then you went in and were like, oh shit, like this is a great fucking movie.
And
you're like, oh yeah, this is the guy that made Fly. And the best Disney Star Wars movie.
Did he make Rogue One?
No, I said best, not worst. Rogue One ain't the worst. But still.
But then, like, when they announced it was going to be, like, Netflix.
Yeah.
And
2 Netflix
there's like
specials.
They were going to make it a franchise. I was like...
And we're putting a load of money into it. Where you're like, oh, why does it need this much money? Like, it's one bloke solving about 10 people's interpersonal issues.
But then you see the cast of the second one.
Yeah.
Like, that's where the money went. But no, I liked the way, I liked every aspect of where the story went. It was like, okay, the first one's in a house, it's a family, blah blah blah. This one is like fucking, it's like, it's very over the top.
Greece. Yeah.
It's like very what's it? It kind of feels like parody-esque. The characters, like Batista is very much like a parody of like the modern day
Andrew Tate.
Literally, like
the thing I found so interesting was like how if this came out when they shot it, presumably a year or so ago, it would have felt quite like ahead of the times. Because like Andrew Tate wasn't like super well known a year ago.
True.
Elon Musk wasn't as heavily criticized.
Yeah, because that's basically Edward Norton's
That's what I'm saying. Like, I found it so interesting how like when they shot this, like I see people going, "Oh, it's too, it's too political." And I'm like, I don't think it was when they shot it.
But like,
I think it was more subtle when they shot it, and just we know these people more now.
But
you know what I mean?
It's amazing how like, especially with the relatability to COVID, because they pretty much write that into the story.
I was gonna say,
and it's like just the idea.
This is the first movie I've seen like explicitly set during COVID that isn't about COVID.
But it's critical in like in a comedic way. The very idea that they're on an island in the pandemic.
Yeah.
No face masks. It's like that's something you'd like see fucking our politicians do.
Yeah, I was gonna say
then, like, the female character, the actress from
Catherine Hahn,
like she's a corrupt politician. You know, like I don't know. It felt very real. Felt very relatable to like literally what happened through the pandemic.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I loved how over the top it was.
Like, yeah, because I mean the first one is. I feel like people have forgotten how over the top the first one. Like that to me is the genre.
Yeah,
like,
literally.
It's like, sort of a satire,
kind
parody,
of a bit campy in places.
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
Whereas like, but what I mean is in the scale where it's like a fucking island. Like,
yeah.
The humor and everything is still the same. I mean, it's the same guy. But I'm glad it wasn't just here's another house. Or,
yeah. It would have been, or even somehow to tie it back to the first movie in a like bizarre way, where like another murder happens or something cheesy like that.
And the best decision they made was the only actor that was the same was Daniel Craig.
Yeah, and I hope they keep that for the next one.
That is like, because he's just fucking great.
Yeah,
he's the best part of the film.
Yeah, easily. I mean. And the great thing here is he gets to be the focus, whereas in the last movie he was almost a side character.
Although I am sad, his the detective, the one
Lakeith Stanfield, same. I would have liked him to pop up, and the other guy that's with him as well, who's like a detective. Fanboy.
Yeah. Because I thought them two, you could have got away with putting them in there.
Somehow. Yeah, definitely. You could have been like, he could have phoned them for like,
even if like they were back. in America, like doing detective.
Yeah, they could have like been investigating the death of.
Yeah,
Janelle
they could have been
Monáe.
digging up stuff for Daniel Craig or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
but like it's not a major thing.
Yeah,
I
same.
wasn't too.
You know, it would have been nice to have like a Watson to his Holmes that like recurs, but you kind of get that in each movie with Ana de Armas in the first one, and then Janelle Monáe in this one, and then, you know, I mean, he does have someone working with him. The movie started and I wasn't sure. I was a bit like, this is like kind of forcing it, I think. Yeah. And then when the twist happened, I was all the way in. I was like, okay.
Because it's one of them films where when you're watching the start, you're like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, literally.
Like, when it's like, it's each character's story, and then the thing with the box, and then you're like, why do we need this? But then if you...
Well, there's not even a murder for most of it. Like, you know what I mean? You're just sort of like...
But then when you get to that bit, you're like, okay, if we didn't have the first bit, this wouldn't be as good.
Well, and you don't twig who everyone is. Okay, Batista kind of immediately, you're like, oh, that's Andrew Tate. But everyone else just... It wasn't immediately like, I was like, oh, he's Elon Musk with Norton's character or any of the others. So I liked the gradual, like, oh, okay, I see what you're doing with this. Like, and Edward Norton's great in this.
No, he was, yeah.
You know, he's a great actor.
And I like how he's just fucking stupid.
Yeah, I love it. I love that scene where she's like, it's so stupid, it's brilliant. And Daniel Craig's like, no, it's just stupid. It is so stupid, it's stupid. You know what I mean? Like, I love that the first one is kind of twists within twists within twists. And this one, while there is a twist, most of it is just like obvious.
It's obvious, but like
but in a cool way. The way it's like, revealed to you is
you're like, there's no way. It's just that
you don't feel cheated.
Yeah, and like there's so many things that are put in the film to make you go, oh, but is it that? Like, you know, that the characters that just, what's the guy that's just there fucking stoned?
Exactly.
Like, why is he
the
in
random
film?
guy and they're like, ignore him.
Yeah, he's just in there to make you go, like, surely he's
a red herring.
Yeah.
And the thing is, he's so obviously a red herring, you start doubting if he is a red herring. You're like, oh, maybe he is actually involved.
Yeah.
And like the way it's filmed is so good. Like with when Batista loses his gun, like before that, there's a scene where like Catherine Hahn's character bumps into him really weirdly.
Literally.
And you're like, oh.
And you think she dropped something in his drink.
Yeah. It does such a good job at keeping you guessing. Like, oh, is it this? Is it that? Like, you know. Janelle Monáe's great in it.
She, especially her scenes as well, like, because like you say, the way that
she has to win you over.
Yeah,
basically.
Because at first you're like, why is she like just not saying?
Yeah, and you realise it's because she's like having to do a fake voice and this and that. Like, oh, I loved it. And Daniel Craig as Benoit Blanc is like one of the best like characters in the past.
No, but now I'm like sold. Like, this can be a franchise.
Although it pisses me off that I couldn't watch this in the cinema.
Same.
The whole time I was watching it, I think that's part of why it took me a while to click, because I was sat there like, I wish I was in the cinema. I don't even think I saw the first one in the cinema. I think I saw it on Sky or something.
Because it looks like it should be watched in the cinema.
Yeah,
with that budget.
Because you know, the common rule is Netflix's original shows are some of the best shows. Netflix's original movies are some of the worst movies you've ever laid eyes on. Yeah, both visually and plot-wise, where you're just like, why the fuck did I watch this? This, totally exception to that rule. This looks amazing. You know, I mean, Rian Johnson is visually, as I said, does fucking Fly and Ozymandias, which are like two of the most iconic episodes of Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Course.
Like, the shot from Ozymandias of Walt like bugging is like fucking, you know, obviously it's a meme now, but it's a meme for a reason. You know, and
the storytelling of Fly, like just the way that's
anyway,
presented.
Honestly, if you don't like Fly as an episode, that's a red flag to me.
It tells me like you don't like television.
Yeah, genuinely, because like why?
Yeah.
Like, it's all set in one location. It's like, well, yeah,
it's just talking.
Yeah, like,
I hate when people say that, like, about anything.
Nobody learns anything.
It's just talking.
I'm like, you get some of the best scenes of the show. The fucking scene where they're on the ladder. How can you watch that and be like, mid?
But it's like, it's episodes like that that give depth and context to characters.
Genuinely.
Like, if you don't have that, Breaking Bad isn't Breaking Bad.
Mm.
Like, there are certain things you need. And like you say, when fans say stuff like that, where it's like, you like, see what type of...
It happened again this year with Better Call Saul, where, you know, in Saul, because you've seen season 1, it cuts to the future sometimes.
Yeah.
In the last season, it starts cutting to the future a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a whole episode set in the present, I suppose you would call it. And I saw people complain, what was the point of this episode? And I was like, bruv, the whole show's been building to this. Like, what is Saul doing now?
Yeah.
Like, and developing, like, him as a character. And I was literally like, the people that don't like this episode and the people that don't like Fly is like, in a Venn diagram, it's just a circle. It's the same people, I'm convinced. Because I'm like, why are you watching this show? Just based off the chance that, like, maybe fucking Bryan Cranston will appear in a scene, like,
probably, yeah.
But it's like, what, like, I did not get. I loved it though, because I think that was the episode after they announced that, like, oh, Walt and Jesse are coming back. I think that was the next episode. So I love the idea that people tuned in and were like, what the fuck is this? Yeah, no, but yeah, Rian Johnson visually, you know, even if people don't like Last Jedi, I feel like they can agree it looks amazing.
Oh, it's a beautiful
like, as
film.
a Star Wars movie, like.
I mean, that's probably the only thing going about, like, the sequel trilogy, is that it, like, looks pretty.
I was gonna say, even J.J. Abrams is good at shooting stuff. You know what I mean? Like,
Star Wars it's one of the things. It's with modern film. There's not really a way you can make it look bad.
I was going to say, because George Lucas is a visionary director, but he doesn't have a lot of style to him. Whereas it was the cool thing about the sequels and the spin-offs was seeing directors with like, how did they shoot a planet?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? How did they shoot a spaceship landing? And you know, Lucas would have a wide shot spaceship lands, moving on. You know, these have, like the opening shot of fucking Last Jedi where it zooms in from space to the planet, like that, stuff like that, where you're like, oh, I've never seen that in a Star Wars thing before.
But I think that extends to, like, Mandalorian as well.
Yeah, Mandalorian, Andor, which you still need to watch.
Yeah, no, Andor that's on the list.
It's on the list.
That's
Andor
top.
And Better Call Saul.
Yeah. No, but yeah, Glass Onion.
Great fucking.
But that like sold me. I was like, yeah, give me, like, another 3 of these films.
Have him appear in other franchises.
Because just from, like, because does Rian Johnson write? Who is the writer?
He writes it with someone else, I believe.
Right.
I think. Let me double check that. I'm pretty sure.
Because, like.
Oh, it's just him. Yeah, it's just him. And I think the first one as well. Yeah, just him.
But, like, from these 2 films, that's, like, proved to me you could have this set anywhere.
Yeah.
And they would be able to write a good story. So it's like, you can literally take this anywhere. Like, you could have fucking him sent to a space station.
Yeah.
And, like, someone opened the airlock. Like, you could genuinely,
you know,
you can go anywhere with it now.
I'm like, the next one should be in, like, a ski lodge in the dead of winter.
Like, you need to watch Hateful Eight, because.
Oh yeah, I do.
Because that's very.
But that kind of vibe.
Yeah. No,
because obviously that's a western. Imagine that, like.
The modern day.
Yeah.
But you could literally take it anywhere.
Yeah, genuinely, you could set it, like,
on a train.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, in a train or on a plane even.
Yeah.
That could be cool. Like, literally, you could pitch me anything, and I'd go, yeah, I can see him doing that. You know what I mean? Like,
because all you need is LeBlanc.
Yeah, literally.
Just send him somewhere.
And he's great. Yeah, he's so good. And as I said, it's cool seeing him develop as a character. You know what I mean? Like,
and I love how, like, it wasn't a criticism, but at the time I was like, oh, like, he's kind of silly. Like, at the start, you're like, he's a bit silly. Like, when he gets to the island. Yeah. Not like I was like, why have they written him to be dumb? Because that wasn't what it was. But it's like, he's kind of silly. But then when you get the context, you're like, oh, he's not, like, he was literally playing silly. Yeah. Even though, like, he wasn't stupid, but he was just pretending.
I was going to say, because The thing I like so much about Benoit Blanc as a detective is he isn't like a super genius. He's not Sherlock Holmes. Like he's just good at playing dumb. So you think he's smarter than he is. Like in the first one, obviously he immediately knows Ana de Armas is guilty of something because he sees the blood on her shoe. But like he's good at like acting like he doesn't know what's happening. But he does. But it's not like he got there through nothing. He just looked at her shoe and went, oh, there's blood. And like went from there. Whereas like, you know, it's not like, well, I calculated that the time it took. You know what I mean? It's not some nonsense like Sherlock Holmes, like superpower genius. Exactly. It's none of that. I love that it's so like, literally, well, here's a clue, here's a clue, here's a clue, here's how they connect.
Yeah, like the scene when he solves his game, Edward Norton's game.
Yeah, immediately.
Like, well, that spear is pointing to her, and you were wearing the necklace, and
I love how that's like a commentary on like how in like mystery fiction everything is so carefully set up, and sometimes you're like, well, how would that fucking work? Like you're gambling so much, and then in this it's like the solution is so dumb. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like the opposite. You know, he planned out this elaborate fake murder, but when he commits an actual murder, it's just stupid, and he's bad at it.
Because he literally goes, someone wrote the mystery for him.
Yeah.
He is,
Yeah, I love it, as I said.
Like, it's all by chance. Like, the pineapple juice. And, you know, when Batista, with the phone.
Yeah.
And he's like, of course, buddy. Like,
yeah.
And then you clock it's because
we could start talking about Alpha News Network. Right.
See, I love Batista.
Batista's a great actor. He's the best wrestling actor, I think. Because Cena's good in Peacemaker, but that's it. You know what I mean?
And low key, like I don't really. Dwayne Johnson, man. I don't know.
Dwayne Johnson isn't a good actor.
He's so one-dimensional. Yeah, like, he plays the same guy in every film.
Well, and we won't be playing Black Adam again. I can tell you that.
Yeah, evil. Yeah, Henry Cavill as well.
We'll get onto that next.
But yeah, Batista's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, as I said, because he starts, and normally he's quite a likable character, and then you're like, hang on, and just immediately I was like, he's fucking Andrew Tate.
But he's likable in a spoof way.
Yeah.
He's a fucking idiot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I love him as like just this total idiot,
and like.
Like all of them.
I love the way it's told. I love films like that where it's told from like two perspectives. Like when he first sees Edward Norton like banging his girl.
Yeah.
Like, oh, but then you realize he's like he tells her to go.
Yeah.
So he can get a new.
And it's so funny because he's like this alpha male guy.
Yeah.
But he lets himself get cucked by Edward Norton. Like it's so funny. Like there's so many things in there.
I was sad when he died. Like I was sad he had to.
I'm hyped for that. M. Night Shyamalan movie he's in. I'm hyped for that.
That looks good. Yeah, that looks good.
But yeah, like he's in Blade Runner, the new one, for like one scene, and he's fantastic in it.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's literally in the opening scene, and that's it. But he's great. He's like very soft spoken and quiet, and he's great.
Isn't he in a Bond film as well?
Yeah, but he has no lines. He's also in Dune, and he doesn't get a lot to do in the first movie, but he'll be in the second one more, because he's sort of like put in power, if you like. So you'll kind of see that more in the second one. So I'm quite excited to. And
obviously he is good as Drax.
Drax is, and unlike Dwayne or John Cena, that's not the only role he plays, is what I like about him. He always plays a different character. You know, like Drax is a very likable character. Whereas, you know, as I said, then he's playing Andrew Tate in there. It's like, he's so good at like playing different things, but still being charismatic and fun to watch.
Yeah. No, you're right, yeah.
As I said, I think he's easily the best wrestler turned actor. Because he actually acts. You know, he doesn't just play one role.
Whereas I feel like someone like Dwayne Johnson, he has like an ego. It's like if you told him...
Dwayne The Rock Johnson has an ego. But the hierarchy in the DC universe...
It's about to change. It's about to change.
Get ready for Pakistan v India. Have you seen that clip? I think he's talking about the cricket, but on like the promo of the tour. Everyone's just taking that out of context. because he says it, then he does the eyebrow thing.
It's I find it so like not music. I find it interesting because like in WWE he was like the best at playing a character.
Yeah.
And like the character that he played in WWE is nothing like the characters he plays in films.
Yeah.
So I find it so weird how he's just typecast himself.
Yeah.
He refuses to play anything other than the fucking.
I was gonna say
same character. Like
that's what's so weird. And like Batista, the thing I like is, I feel like I almost feel bad. I feel like Drax made it look like he couldn't act.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because Drax is an idiot as a character, so you're sort of like, did they give that to him because he's not a good actor, sort of thing?
But then, especially with the holiday special,
I haven't seen it.
You still haven't seen it?
No, I forgot it existed.
He's fucking great in that. Like, because I was like on the fence after Guardians 2. I was
gonna say I'm
like impartial to, but especially with his character, I was like,
okay.
In the first one, I loved him, but then I was like.
2, I only really like that sequence of him with Mantis. I quite enjoyed that.
Like, I'm invisible. Like,
no, that's in Infinity War.
Oh, was that Infinity War? Oh.
Yeah, no, the thing where he's like, you're hideous.
Oh, yeah.
You're one of the most ugly people I've ever seen in my life.
Like, that was funny.
I was going to say, that's the only really sequence I remember. Or the start when he jumps in the thing's mouth and he's like, it will be easier to cut out from the inside out. And Gamora's like, that's not how that works.
I don't know, yeah. After Guardians 2, I was just a bit...
I was going to say...
I was impartial to him.
Guardians 2 kind of underwhelmed me. Yeah, Guardians 1 is one of the best MCU movies. And, like, if we're being real, it's probably the most influential MCU movie in terms of style and tone. Because I feel like after that, everyone was going for the... It's kind of also Avengers 1 with, you know, all the quips and witty statements and that. But I just feel like visually as well, Guardians is what every Marvel movie is like. We're going to look like this.
Yeah.
We're going to look like this. We're going to sound like this. We're going to have music, needle drops.
Yeah. No, Guardians 1, like, although it's like one of the best Marvel films, it like low-key ruined MCU.
The movies.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like everything now is like needle drop. And you're like, what? Why?
They were trying to chase Guardians.
Yeah. Or, I mean, if like single-handedly destroyed David Ayer's Suicide Squad. Because I feel like halfway through they were like, do this.
But, the holiday special was like fun. Because if you like that scene with him and Mantis, the holiday special was like literally him and Mantis running around on Earth.
Okay.
So it's like...
I'll give it a watch.
It's the best part.
I literally forgot it existed. I wouldn't lie.
And it's short. It's only like 50 minutes.
Oh, okay. And it's like a proper thing. Because I was like, is it just like a shit take? That like,
no. Like, it's,
okay.
It's got like Kevin Bacon in it.
Yeah, I know Kevin because they like kidnap him. Don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I literally forgot it existed till you just mentioned it. So I do need to go back and give it a watch.
No, I recommend it. It was funny. It was quite funny, and it gave me hope for like Guardians 3. I was like, yeah, that will be good.
Okay. Should we transition into James Gunn and DC then? Because the hierarchy of power did change.
It's about to change.
So if you're not aware, DC movies. Let me keep this generic so I can reuse this clip whenever I like. DC movies had a shake-up in leadership, and they've radically changed the direction of their movies. So now I can just clip that whenever and use that next time DC radically changed direction and leadership. So yeah, now obviously James Gunn, the director of Guardians of the Galaxy and the Suicide Squad, the second Suicide Squad thing, is in charge along with another guy who I don't know where he comes from. I think he's just a producer.
But based on his track record, James Gunn, you could argue he has the best film of the MCU and the best film of the DC EU.
Okay, so Peter Safran, he's a producer of like DC movies. Oh, and he produces the Conjuring universe. So he's got a pretty solid cinematic universe behind him. Yeah. Okay, so that's where he comes from. He does a lot of stuff with James Gunn in general, not non-Marvel stuff. Okay. How do you feel about? Because so obviously, It's all over, basically. They're rebooting. Henry Cavill, done.
Listen, I like
The Rock, gone. Shazam, no, I think is still about. But that might just be until the new movie comes out.
But my, good.
Wonder Woman, gone.
Good.
Director of Wonder Woman, gone.
Good. There was very little. There was very little to, like, cling on to.
Yeah.
Like, I like Henry Cavill. And I wouldn't have been against keeping him for the reboot. But, like, at the end of the day, if you're going to reboot, just reboot.
Fucking commit to it.
Yeah. It'll just get too confusing. Because, like...
And, like... You're kneecapped because... What are you following on from? The theatrical Justice League? Zack Snyder's Justice League?
The only thing I wonder... is will anything be kept? Because... Suicide Squad was great.
How much are we paying Margot Robbie? She can stay.
She probably will though.
That'll probably be it though, I reckon.
But like, what about like Peacemaker?
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
And Idris, and basically what I'm saying is Suicide Squad are going to be kept.
Yeah. Viola Davis as Amanda Waller needs to stay.
Yeah.
She's perfect casting.
Because then, like...
Apart from that, as you said, the Suicide Squad stuff is it. And like, even then, I wouldn't cry if they recast Margot Robbie.
No, same to be honest. Like, I wouldn't really care.
I'm not really married to her.
But I mean,
character.
like...
And even then, Birds of Prey didn't make like a fuck ton of money, did it?
But it was good. Like, I like that film.
It was fine.
Like, I'm not saying she's like the best... You could get someone else to play Harley Quinn, but I mean, like... I just find it interesting because he directed Suicide Squad.
Yeah, and obviously Peacemaker. And they're doing another spin-off, maybe? Didn't they say they were doing a spin-off?
For what?
Of another character.
Maybe.
But that was months ago before he was in charge. So now, I don't know.
But I wonder if he'll use that as like a... like, branching off point. Or like, it's just all gone.
We know, because someone said... Oh, you've come in and fired everyone and you're just keeping your actors. And he said that's not true. I don't know if that means he is keeping some other people or
it means
not.
Everyone's gone.
Yeah. Because let's be real. Let's stop fucking about. There is no DC expanded universe. I mean, none of the movies connect.
There hasn't been for like at least 5-6 years.
The only... After Justice League, nothing connects. Let's be real here.
And you can get away...
Like, actors reoccur... But, like, there's no link between fucking Suicide Squad 1, the Harley Quinn movie and Suicide Squad.
I think that's the best example. Right. They literally made Suicide Squad again in the same universe. And, like...
let's be real. Like, there's no fucking connection.
No, there's not. But then, like, what happens to the Flash film?
Because I saw people talking about, why would I see Shazam 2 knowing that the universe isn't continuing? And I was like, the universe never started. Like, fucking Shazam 1, how does that connect to anything? I know Superman's in it at the end, but he's not. It's just a one-off gag, where it's like, oh, Superman, you don't even see his face. Oh, but he's in Henry Cavill's suit. Yeah, but like that was probably just because they had it lying around. Let's be real, it's not like the Superman appears and like there's any connection. Like,
yeah.
Oh, the Justice League shows up at the end of Peacemaker. Yeah, but whatever. You know what I mean? Like, it's... None of this connects. Let's stop pretending it ever did. So I think people just need to move on. Because at the end of the day, if you're a diehard fan of the DC... What do we call it? The DCEU.
DCEU.
Do you care if Zack Snyder isn't attached?
I mean, I want to know who's a diehard fan of the DCU.
The cultists. The Snyder cultists. His cult of fans.
Because, like we've said before, like, it had a good wrap-up. You had, like...
Yeah.
He got to make his Justice League.
Yeah, which I'll never watch.
And, yeah, like, you don't really... Because what... The plans they had were, like... I don't know, man. There were so many ways it could have gone wrong. Like Michael Keaton as Batman and Flash, and I don't know. It sounded too much. It was too much.
All Zack Snyder, James Gunn needs to do is walk out and say, the Flash movie is cancelled, and he will have done everything I think he needs to do. He's
Will
rebooted.
it be cancelled?
He's got just fucking end it.
Do you think it'll be cancelled?
It's going to lose money either way. Who is going to see the Flash starring Ezra Miller in the year of our Lord 2022?
No, you're right. But,
you know what I mean?
But it's like it costs so much money.
Pack it in. Write it off. It's a tax write-off. That's it.
You reckon?
Just give it up, I think.
Because the thing is, if it does get released, like, what is the point of it being released? From a story point of view.
I get from a story, but you could enjoy it on its own terms. I just think,
I guess.
Like, the thing is, everything they've sold about this movie is like, this is how we're rebooting.
Exactly.
And so it's like, but you're not anymore.
So then, how can you enjoy it from a story point of view?
It's so funny that, like, DC Comics for years, you know, they get wrapped up in their big crisis events, which are like an in-universe way to explain, like, reboots and stuff. When they're like, oh, Batman's too old, make him young again. So they do a crisis and like the timeline gets reset. It's so funny that now the movies are doing the same fucking thing where it's like, oh no, we've got to explain the continuity issues. And it's like, bro, who cares? Just reboot, you restart. A wizard didn't appear. Madame Web didn't crawl through the web of time and explain why Tobey Maguire turned into Andrew Garfield. Just fucking reboot it.
Yeah, true.
No, I mean, just fresh start, boom. Everything else is done. It's over. Sure, Shazam 1 and 2 can continue.
Which is like, I think that is fine, because they were never attached anyway.
I don't think they ever were meant to. And fucking Black Adam, good riddance.
Is he done?
This is done. He's done. It's over. It's a wrap.
Are you sure? Because
he put out like a political statement.
But he like mentioned James Gunn and was like,
yeah.
I mean, it basically, yeah.
He's done. It's over. It's done. It's over.
The hierarchy.
He basically got bodied and had to be like, I did not get bodied. You know what I mean? Like it's a wrap.
He did get murked, but.
The Rock.
But my...
Pack it in.
Listen. Like I said, James Gunn probably has like the best DCEU film and one of the best Marvel films.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
So like, just let him do it. Let him...
My only worry is like... The issue I had with Snyder running things, I think when a director runs things, you run into the issue of everything is married to their style.
Which could be an issue, because then you run into the Marvel formula thing
exactly.
Again. But
especially as he is a Marvel director and writer.
And like spawned the Marvel
as we formula.
Said. But it's like, what I want to know is how involved he'll be in the films. Will he be like Kevin Feige, where, yes... he'll hire a director, but like he'll fucking go through this thing and be like, you have to have this and this? Or will it be, you're the director, do your own thing, but you have to at least tie it in somehow? Like, yeah,
well, we saw that he said he's writing a Superman movie. They don't have a director yet, which has me kind of worried.
Which is, because if he's gonna write the films,
they're all gonna have his voice. Because I like James Gunn. I've never seen him do something radically different stylistically.
And like, would you want a Superman?
I don't want a Superman
would you want a James Gunn Superman film?
I don't want that, but we'll see.
Or like, say it was a James Gunn Batman film.
Yeah.
You'd be like, what? Like,
at first they were like, oh, everything's going to connect to Matt Reeves' The Batman, which seems sensible. And then they're like, no, we're going to have two Batmen. And I'm like, okay, what does that mean though? I think maybe the best thing to do would be have a different actor play Batman and make him a bit different. You know, he can fight aliens. Matt Reeves' Batman isn't going to fight aliens.
But yeah, that's what I mean. I don't think you can have that Batman in the DCU.
I think you could. It depends how you do it. You could build it up. It depends how far you go with it. You know, how much he crosses over.
Because to be fair, the Gotham in that film is very comic-y.
I feel like you could build a universe from it.
Not with that tone, I don't think, from the first film. Because, like...
maybe. I think it depends where you go with it. If you do, like, everyone's in, like, year 2, of their superhero career. Superman has just started. He's established, but he's not, been around for 50 years.
I feel like you maybe need another 1 or 2 films with Pattinson as Batman before he crosses over.
Oh, I wouldn't say crossover immediately. You do it like the MCU, where he does his thing.
Because right now he's like fucking emo.
He'd be like the Iron Man, if you like, where he gets a couple of movies before the crossover.
I'd be down for that.
Yeah.
Like, if you gave him a trilogy and then did a crossover.
Yeah, sort of. Well, and just keep it separate enough. The actor's the same. They're not going to mention it in the Matt Reeves Batman stuff. Maybe they mention Superman offhand.
What if they have Gotham and Metropolis?
The opposites.
No, I guess you're right.
What if Doomsday was like a dead body resurrected?
You could do it. It's just the only thing with that is if the new DC universe is shit.
Yeah.
Then you ruin Batman.
Yeah.
And I don't want that to happen.
Same.
It's like, because that's what we got.
That's all we got.
Can't never forget about that.
Can't never forget about that. Because Batman, no matter what, holds it down. Well, I even saw. Bro, what the fuck is going on? They're like, Ben Affleck's going to direct a movie. They don't know what, though. Jason Momoa's going to swap from the billion...
Ain't he going to be Lobo?
Yeah, like, what the fuck? He's making billions of monies for them as Aquaman. Those are super successful movies, but...
Are they good, though?
I've not seen it.
I've not seen either of them.
The second one's not out yet. That's why you haven't seen it.
Is it not out?
No.
Why did I think it was out?
No. I mean, it's James Wan, so I hope it's good.
Is Amber Heard in it?
Yes. I don't think she's in the second one.
No, yeah, that's what I mean.
I don't know. Probably not, because we can bring out a fucking Ezra Miller movie. Literally while he's on the run from police. They fucking had him do reshoots. What the fuck?
But there's a connection there, because if that producer he's working with works on The Conjuring... And James...
Oh, yeah.
Does that mean James Wan will get to do another Aquaman, or...?
Keep him about.
I would.
I would love him to do just a horror DC movie. Have him do, like, Swamp Thing or something. Or, like... Etrigan the Demon.
Weird, yeah.
Oh, Etrigan the Demon, I'd love that. Like, the fucking rhyming demon. This... Jason Blood turning into fucking a demon and fighting other demons.
Does he collab with anyone?
He pops up all the time, Etrigan. I think... Is he in the Arkham games? No, I don't think he is.
Give me...
I think Jason Blood is referenced, but you don't see Etrigan. But yeah, normally if someone's fighting demons, Etrigan will roll up and be like, I'm here to help you. I talk in rhyme.
But apparently, like...
So I won't spend a dime. Sorry, I had to stay in character as Etrigan there. I had to complete the rhyme or else. Or do like Constantine. Except they're doing a fucking Keanu Reeves. What? What is happening? DC is in a constant state of failing and rebooting. So, God knows what's going to happen.
But Jason Momoa's Lobo.
Only DC movies could take, like... a franchise that has made billions for them and go, we're going to recast you as a different character, an obscure fucking DC character, because we want to chase the Deadpool bag, I guess, because Lobo's like a invulnerable guy that breaks the fourth wall.
But then it's like, can you keep him as Aquaman if you're going to recast everyone else? No.
But why bring him back as Lobo? Even then, maybe the Aquaman movies don't really connect to begin with. I don't know.
Because then, like, who...
I haven't seen either Justice League, so I don't know how tied into the wider... I doubt they are. They're probably like Wonder Woman, where there's an offhanded reference.
From what I can tell,
like, whatever.
You, like, see Amber Heard, but not for long.
Oh, in Zack Snyder's one?
Yeah.
I meant in the Aquaman movies themselves.
Oh, I'm not sure.
So it's probably like the Wonder Woman movies where they're like, Superman, moving on.
But, like... Do we know?
Yeah, because isn't Amber Heard in the scene with the Joker where he's I will fucking kill you? At least we'll never see Jared Leto as the Joker again because
that's a dub.
James Gunn hates him. And I think called him a nonce.
It's not wrong, probably.
Thank God we don't have to see the worst Joker ever again.
I wonder what will be first.
I ain't gonna kill you.
I'm just gonna hurt you.
Real bad. Terrible. What was he doing? My man was throwing like pigs' heads at people.
But in his head, he was like, I am the Joker.
He said they filmed enough stuff they could have made an X-rated movie of it.
Don't give me none of that.
What the fuck are you talking about, man? You always knew you were playing like a side character in another movie.
Man said, that chit chat's gonna get shot with his fucking cane, and it's just not on, is it?
Suicide Squad might be one of the worst movies I've ever had to sit through.
It is bad, isn't it?
And it's not a movie, you know what I mean? It's like 8 different movies
so chopped together. Yeah. It's like your average audience goer would be like, this was fucking
genuine. It's like you're hallucinating.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? Did the Joker just like disappear from the movie? Where the fuck did he go? Well, what was all of that in aid of? Because originally, apparently, he was going to be like, the Joker and be hella abusive and shit. But then they were like, we want to sell Harley Quinn and Joker merch, so
toxic love.
He like can't really be, even though he like dashes her into a vat of acid.
Yeah.
Like, apart from that, it's all good. But then in the Harley Quinn movie, they try and bring it back. Who the fuck?
Don't they like implied he died?
No, they broke up.
Ain't there like
No, he can't be dead. He's got to be in the future and have long hair and talk to Batman.
Yeah, they broke
in a trench coat.
But she has like a hyena. 2 hyenas.
Yeah.
With
one scene. Because it's like, that was a thing Harley Quinn did in the animated show. Yeah. DC. We'll see.
Do we know, like, if there's... Has he said what's going to be first?
No. They're in, like, the planning stages, I believe.
I wonder what it will be, though. Like, what will be the first step?
Superman. Build out from
I think that's the safest option.
But we're also getting... Tahiti Coates is writing a Black Superman movie that's still getting made.
What do you mean a Black Superman movie?
That's the pitch. That's all I've had. Tahiti Coates, he comes from comics, I think. I've read a couple of his things. He's a good writer.
As in...
He's writing Superman will be black.
In this new...
Yeah, that's the pitch, which is weird. I don't get it. But he's not... James Gunn's also writing a Superman movie.
So there's going to be 2 Superman?
Yeah.
It's just, why do they keep overcomplicating?
I don't know. And also just like, what? Like, why is that your, like, pitch? Like, just... What if
Superman is black?
Like what?
What does that change? Yeah. And what does it change about the character? Well, surely nothing.
And I was like, so what? They're either doing Val-Zod from Earth 2 or I can't remember the one Grant Morrison creates, who's like president of another universe. I was like, they're doing like an alternate universe thing. And it's like, no, this is Clark Kent. And I was like, I was like, that's odd. Just give me a Static Shock movie, man. What a show.
But
that was a hitter.
This I never get. Like, when a preconceived version of a character exists, why not do that? Instead of...
Because you don't expect these people to actually read comic books.
Yeah, true.
Although, as I said, it's weird because Tahiti Coates is a comic writer. I know he did Black Panther.
So what you're saying is they're chasing Black Panther.
Definitely, they said, black superhero.
Ignore all the black superheroes.
They have Static Shock had a TV show. I know he's called Static, but the TV show was called Static Shock. But he had a TV show that was a hit. Why would you not fucking make... And he's after fucking Spider-Verse, why would you not go, we have a black teen superhero who... previously was in a very popular animated show that we could like do a movie about.
But you have like,
or a show or whatever.
You have like A-list characters as well. Like.
Yeah, exactly. And like, I mean, I don't get DC movies in general. The characters they pick for movies, they have the most iconic superheroes ever, like Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman,
man, Green Lantern, Flash.
Maybe we're still getting the Green Lantern show or movie or something. I don't even fucking know. They've been talking about a Green Lantern thing for forever, since the Ryan Gosling one flopped. So God knows what they're doing. Martian Manhunter. Oh, isn't he in Zack Snyder's Justice League?
Yeah, he is. As Martian Manhunter as well. He actually changed.
I don't know. As I said, I feel like if I did like the DCEU, I'd be happy I got Snyder's Justice League as a closer. You know, you got closure.
Because how much can you...
Realistically, what would they want? Like, to bring back Zack Snyder and do, like, Justice League 2? With, like, a bunch of actors who don't want to do it anymore? And
because surely, like, the fans of the DCEU, in its previous state, like, surely they're the minority, right? Like,
but they're a very vocal minority.
They're vocal, but your average moviegoer like
doesn't give
acknowledges
a shit.
They acknowledge the films are bad. So it's like
it's like a meme. Like, oh, DC makes shit movies.
Yeah.
Like, let's be real. Oh, unless it's Batman. Like,
and even then, he's like kind of cringe in Justice League. So it's like,
oh, is he?
A little bit.
I will fucking kill you. My favorite Batman line.
But Batfleck, I don't know, kind of cold.
He's cold when he's just quoting the comics. And Ben Affleck's a great actor.
BVS, he's cold though.
Oh, he gold.
He gold. He's cooking. Let him cook.
Let him cook. Hold up. Let him cook.
When he gets out the whip and he's standing and he hits it with the, do you bleed?
Do you bleed? You will.
Oh, he gold.
Oh, he gold. See, I feel like that pretty thoroughly wraps up DC for now.
Yeah.
Till their next inevitable outburst.
I think it's too early to have too much of like a opinion.
I'm intrigued, I'll say. You know, James Gunn, he's a good director at the end of the day.
Yeah, he is. It can go either way. Like you say, it also depends on his involvement on each individual film. So
yeah,
I'm hoping it's more of this is the plan, this is who will direct, you do your individual thing.
I hope he's a bit more open to things being creatively different than Kevin Feige seems to be,
because I think that's how you offer something different to Marvel. You can't just make MCU 2.
I mean, I feel like that's when DC was at its peak, when sort of they weren't even giving a shit. Even though I didn't like Joker, when you had like that, the Suicide Squad, like that very brief time period where it was like, fuck it.
We'll give a director a film. If you want to make the film, make the film.
I think that was better than trying to be a cohesive universe for them at that time. So
yeah. So
hopefully this can kind of square the difference.
Because if it's just James Gunn going, these are the films we're making, but they all have to be a James Gunn version.
Yeah, well, character. And just also they have to be these characters. I hope he's open to people coming up to him and being like, I want to adapt, And he goes, oh, okay.
Then there'll be an issue. Because if you're just making another MCU...
Yeah, like, why do I care?
And the only difference is it's DC characters. It's like,
I'm already done with the MCU. I don't need... Did you see Black Panther? Yeah.
No, I haven't seen it yet. Not yet.
Not putting the work in. What else have you seen recently? Have you seen anything? I saw Avatar 2 yesterday.
Any good?
Yeah, it was good actually. I enjoyed it. I think it might be better than the first one.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. Because this just sort of got to it.
Right.
You know, the first one is setting up the world and the characters and This is just sort of like action.
I don't know, like Avatar's one of them things that just I don't really
You didn't want to kill yourself because you couldn't live in Pandora.
I just don't care, like
I really enjoyed. I was pleasantly surprised. I went in with like the expectation of it's James Cameron, so it'll probably be visually stunning, and it was. But it was like great. It was basically what if Aliens had like the finale of Titanic. The whole like ending sequence is on like a big ship that's sinking. I was like, oh no way, the guy that did Titanic. You know, and like the underwater stuff is like stunning. Like, no shade to Black Panther 2, but like shits all over that movie.
Really?
In terms of like the underwater, like just how good it looks. Like it's stunning. You're like, damn. I saw it in like IMAX 3D, so I was immersed. James Cameron, man, he don't miss.
What a director. What have I seen lately? Don't think I've seen anything new. I rewatched Shutter Island the other day.
Oh yeah, I always forget it's Scorsese.
Yeah, Scorsese.
Where's it rank in your Scorsese?
I don't know. It's probably in like the middle range.
Yeah.
Like, it is a good film. I do like it.
But it's not like one of his best.
No, I like. It's more once you know the twist. It's like.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, I need to rewatch it. I haven't seen it in.
It is a good film.
Like
It's worth watching if you haven't seen it. Like,
yeah,
I would recommend it.
But I would say that about literally any Martin Scorsese movie, probably.
Yeah.
I'll be like, yeah, you should watch it at some point in your life, even if it's not your cup of tea.
Yeah, man.
You should finish your life having seen Goodfellas.
What a classic.
You know.
What a classic.
Or Wolf of Wall Street or whatever. Or most of his movies, The Departed.
Departed, that's another classic.
Oh, he gold.
The Departed is that's top tier, man.
I really like The Departed.
That's so good.
Yeah, that's for like modern crime stuff. It's up there.
That's like the modern Goodfellas.
Yeah.
If you like Goodfellas,
I was gonna.
It's
say.
like the modern version where it's like the Irish.
Yeah. You know,
yeah.
the sort of tracksuits.
Yeah.
Rather than like
the Italian
Godfather style. You know.
Scorsese and Leo.
What a duo.
Might be the two goats in their fields. It might be.
I don't know. Leo's up there, definitely. Him, as I said, De Niro and Scorsese though.
That's a duo as well. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fucking
True.
Raging Bull, Taxi Driver, King of Comedy.
Driver.
I haven't seen Mean Streets, but I'm pretty sure De Niro's in that.
Obviously,
Goodfellas.
Casino.
Yeah, Casino. Like
Irishman.
I haven't seen Irishman yet. Still.
Meet the Parents.
Meet the Parents. Oh. Yeah, no, I haven't seen too much. You didn't do a like Christmas movie?
Nah, not really.
I watched Krampus for the first time. Have you seen
good?
Krampus?
Actually, no. Yeah, I did actually. I watched it last year.
It's okay, isn't it?
Though.
It's got some great monster design. I feel like when they were making the movie, the like accountant came in and said, "Look, guys, we've got enough money to do one of these things. We can either have a satisfying third act that pays everything off and is big and grand, or we can put all that money and just make some of the most gnarly monsters you've ever seen on screen. Because they're all practical and they look great."
Oh, is it?
Yeah, like there's the teddy bear with the massive teeth, and like the only CG stuff is like the gingerbread men who like run around.
I can't really remember.
And I feel like they went, well, we'll just put it all in the monster. Because like Krampus is very practical. He's got his big long fingers. And I just wish it was more horror.
Yeah,
it's very comedic.
That was, I remember being like that. Yeah, they like kind of made it funny because that actor, from The Office.
Oh yeah,
he's in it, ain't he?
Michael's friend.
Yeah. Not Ed Tucker.
Isn't it Ed something?
But you know what I mean.
Yeah. As I said, he's in The Office. He's the prick in The Office, the biggest prick in The Office.
But like, he's like a famous comedy actor.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Well, and even the lead guy, the dad, he's a comedic actor.
Yeah, you're right.
And obviously, the mum is thingy from Hereditary, Toni Collette.
Yeah, of course.
I was like, oh no way, Toni Collette's in this. Yeah, I don't know. I liked it at first as like the anti-Christmas movie. I think that's quite a fun thing to do, to like look at the more uglier side of the, because Christmas movies are very like, oh, everyone bands together and loves it. I like looking at the like consumerism, like relatives you don't like side of Christmas. I think was more compelling.
But I think there's like a there's an opportunity there, because with like the normal jolly Christmas films, you only watch them at Christmas.
Yes.
If you committed to like an actual
like Die Hard. You know what I mean? Where Christmas is the setting, but it's not the like theme.
Yeah, not just that, but like you could have like the idea of Krampus, but say it was a fucking
horror movie,
dark horror film. You're not just gonna watch that at Christmas.
Yeah,
because if it's a good horror, it's a good horror. You'll watch it at Halloween. You'll watch it.
Yeah.
You'll watch it all year round. So I wish more stuff was done.
Yeah, as I said, I would love them to do like a sequel to Krampus. The first one can be kind of more comedic. I'd love them to do like a sequel, keep the monsters and that, and just do like a fucking dark horror movie. Because it's not even. It doesn't even really build tension at any point in the movie. Was my thing. Really. Like it just wasn't trying to be a horror, which is fine. You don't have to be a horror movie. It's just like I kind of wish they had, because like Black Christmas is great.
Yes, I haven't seen that in years.
Which one, the original or the 2000s one?
Might be the remake.
The remake I haven't seen, because it's Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
I think it is, isn't it?
What a
spice!
What a spice! Ramona Flowers.
No, I can't. When is the original?
The original's in like the 70s.
Probably not. It would be the remake.
The original is like grim and miserable. Love the tone. It's just so like Halloween like kind of rips it off.
Really?
John Carpenter basically said like, yeah, we took a lot from Black Christmas, except there like you never even know who the killer is. Like you never see him, but like just dead bodies keep turning up. Like it's so good. Like it's so bleak. Like that is what you took, where you can just watch it any time of the year.
Yeah.
And they remade it again.
Did they?
Yeah, recently. And
up.
every single time, I think they have nothing to do with each other. Like they're not like the same story adapted. I guess it's always about a sorority house, and that's it. That's the connection between all three of them. But I think the new one was like Supernatural or something.
Oh, is it?
And it was definitely comedic.
2019, yeah.
I was going to say the poster was like Slay or something.
3.5 out of 10 on IMDb.
It was rough.
Is there anyone in it? No, I know.
I was going to say, I didn't recognise anyone on the poster that I saw.
Damn. Which one is this? Is this the one I watched?
Probably. That's the Mary
2006
one.
Yes, that's the one. I'll need to watch the original then.
The original, yeah, you'll probably like it.
Black Christmas.
As I said, I think it's 70s, isn't it?
76?
Yeah.
74, sorry.
That sounds right, yeah. As I said, it's kind of very bleak. Because it's got the original Lois Lane in it. Margot.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Fuck no.
I think she's getting an abortion or something. I can't remember. I haven't seen it in ages.
But yeah, I don't know. Like Christmas, like you say, it's always so jolly. Like
yeah,
to a point where like I'm not like a massive fan of Christmas films.
I've not seen most of the like It's a Wonderful Life or Miracle on 34th Street. I've not seen most of the American classics.
True. To be fair, I haven't either. But I mean, like
they
there's
just
so
really,
many, and like 90% of them are bad films anyway. So it's like I don't know. I'd like to see something.
All you need is Nightmare Before Christmas.
What?
Like the music slaps.
Yes.
I was playing it on Christmas Day.
What's
this? What's this? Like what a banger!
What a classic!
You know, I mean, like just and the same director did Coraline.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
that slaps.
Yeah.
He ain't missed.
That's a fucking weird film, in a good way.
Yeah, like mate, if I'd seen that as a kid, that would have scarred me.
For real though,
like that is
dad.
The fucking. When the mum's like banging on the door at the end.
It reminds me of Little Nightmares. Well, obviously Little Nightmares.
Oh, what the game?
Yeah.
I've seen bits of that. Yeah.
But I like when things are themed.
Same.
And like they do it well.
Well, and Christmas is an interesting theme to explore because there's so much loaded in there. You know what I mean? Like as a concept, Christmas is about like gifts and family and this and that. So it's interesting unpacking like the different side, as I said, like the darker side of that.
Yeah, because it's always so jolly and
yeah,
but like, that's not the reality of it. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I was gonna
for
say,
some people, I don't know.
Yeah,
there's stuff
it's interesting to
there.
explore. As I said, there's that's why it works in Die Hard. It gives it an extra little something.
I'm glad you confirmed Die Hard is a Christmas.
Die Hard is technically Gremlins. Gremlins is a Christmas movie.
That's a goated Christmas film.
That is.
I'll take that.
And once again, you can watch Gremlins any time of the year. You know what I mean?
Point proven. There you go.
I think the first time I saw it was like in the summer, like not this summer, but it was like during a summer, and like I was just something like, oh, this is a Christmas movie. Like I had no idea. Like they literally sing carols at one point.
Yeah.
Like,
but the key is like, it doesn't have like a Christmas title, like you say. It's a film that was made, and it happens. The setting takes place over Christmas, rather than the whole script is, it's a Christmas film. Like,
I was going to say, well, and the thing that appealed to me at first in Krampus was it seemed to be doing both, where it was more cynical, and it's like, but Krampus like punishes you for that. If you lose sight of what Christmas is about, Krampus will roll up and fucking eat you or whatever. I don't know, the rules were very vague of what Krampus actually does to you, but cool.
Because the actual like legend of it, it's like sounds fucking creepy.
Yeah,
like in a good way.
Yeah, like the original, like Saint Nick comes around and gives you presents, and Krampus like gets ya.
Yeah, if you're on the naughty list. Like,
yeah, well, and his design is so cool. Like even the original, like where he's just a goat man. You know what I mean? Just take the ending of The Witch and make that in the snow.
Give me like literally give me like an 1800s Christmas film about Krampus where they fucking it's in like a cabin and they think Santa's coming.
A24, get on it.
Just do it.
That'd be nice. We need more historical horror as well.
Yeah, because The Witch is like the only modern one.
Yeah,
right?
And like is a fucking masterpiece in my opinion. Like that might be like the A24 horror movie.
Oh, it's up there. It's definitely up there.
Yeah, it's like that and Hereditary.
Oh, I don't think Hereditary comes. Oh no, sorry. Yeah, I thought you meant Midsummer.
Yeah,
fuck Midsummer. Yeah, Hereditary. Yeah,
Hereditary. But I think I prefer The Witch. I think The Witch is a better movie.
In my head, yes, but I haven't seen The Witch in a while.
Same. I've not seen either in a while.
Like Hereditary just. It's like ingrained in my mind.
Yeah, I just loved how the first like minute of The Witch though is one of the most intense things I've ever seen, which just fucking grabs the baby.
But I like it because with Hereditary, it's like where it's modern day, there's comfort there.
Yeah,
as like the viewer. Whereas this, like they're talking in fucking like rhyme.
Like you gotta like focus.
Yeah, you're like.
There's no normally in a horror movie you can like if it's like shaking you up, you can like look away and just listen to what's happening. But like the Witch, you need to focus. Like you can't take your eyes off the screen because you're like, what are they saying?
And it makes you uncomfortable just from the setting.
Yeah, like the world is trying to kill. It's at the age where like the common cold could like body you.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
And you're like, what the fuck? Like it's not common to you. You don't know.
Yeah,
this.
That's the as you said. That's like the power of like a historical horror movie. There's no like safety blanket at all because you're just like, what is happening?
No, it is a good film though.
Yeah, and it kind of launched A24's horror stuff.
Yeah, because that was like the first big one. Because then you get Hereditary.
Yeah, obviously.
Midsummer.
Yeah,
they do have a lot of hits though.
A24, yeah, and in general they do Moonlight as well, like non-horror stuff as well. Like A24 are a great production house.
But just in terms of horror, like
just in terms of horror, yeah.
I swear they've done. Didn't they do one of the new Halloweens?
No, that's not A24.
Let's see. What did they do? Hereditary, The Witch, Midsummer. What's Under the Sun? The Lighthouse they do, that's it.
Yes.
It Comes at Night.
It Comes at Night. Now that was a great fucking movie. Joel Edgerton.
What a guy.
Owen Lars.
The Babadook. I think that was the first.
They do the Babadook. Yeah, I didn't know that was them. Now that like, because that and It Follows were like the same year.
Yeah, they was, weren't they?
And that was sort of the new like.
And the Babadook is fucking weird.
And like one of the most iconic like monster designs of the 2010s.
So freaky. Like when they're watching, she's watching the TV and he's.
Or when she looks next door and he's just like.
Nah, man. I haven't seen that since it came out, and I like still remember.
I've seen it once since, and yeah, so good. And like that starts the like monster as a metaphor for like something deep, like, and that obviously it's grief where she's lost her husband.
Yeah,
like,
grief and depression.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like I love it. The boy's so good. The book, to this day, I want to buy the book of the Babadook.
I wouldn't, just in case.
Just in case he rolls up.
Yeah.
He's like, hello.
The scene when they're on, it's like so relatable when like they're under the covers.
Yes,
and you see the shadow, and it's like that's something you would do. You would like hide under covers and.
Definitely, like the whole thing, like, oh, what a movie! Yeah, when he's crawling on the ceiling, fucking weird. I love his design because it's just a bloke in a hat,
but it's fucking weird.
Yeah,
it's like, looks like a Nosferatu.
Yeah. I'm so gutted that what's his name? He did The Witch and The Lighthouse. He was making a Nosferatu remake,
and what happened to it?
It got cancelled.
Wow.
He was doing it with Anya Taylor-Joy and someone else.
That would have slapped.
That, imagine, like, just fuck, because he probably would have shot it in like black and white, like sepia. Like it would have been so fucking weird.
It would have been, yeah.
Like the classic scene where he just like walks up the stairs and you see his shadow. I can just imagine him doing like the fucking weirdest shit ever. Like I can't think of the director's name, but yeah, he like. I don't know.
Lighthouse is great as well.
Lighthouse is a great fucking movie. I know you're fond of me lobster.
Fond of me lobster.
I seen it. And he just makes great fucking movies, man.
When the fucking you see the tail under his thing in the lighthouse.
When he's having sex with a mermaid.
Yeah.
Great movie.
I've seen it.
That's like one of Patterson's best roles.
Yeah.
And probably Willem Dafoe, to be fair. Dafoe's great in that. Because he's just a fucking insane maniac.
Yeah, drunk sailor.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I loved it. I don't know how we were talking about Krampus. I was like, how the fuck did we get to A24 horror movies? Yeah, I don't think I've seen anything else. Let me consult my Letterboxd and see what's in the diary. What I've watched recently that I have something to say.
I know you're fond of me lobster.
I know you're fond of me lobster. I saw that new Nanny movie. That was okay.
Yeah.
That's on Amazon. Sort of, it's a horror movie, but, you know, like, the more modern, where it's not really, like, a super horror movie. It's more of, like, a social commentary with, like, suspense elements. Because it's about, like, this immigrant moves from Senegal to New York, and she starts nannying for, like, this rich white family. But then, like, supernatural shit starts happening. It's a bit like His House.
Okay, yeah.
It's a bit like that, where it's sort of like a social commentary mixed with like horror elements, and like they're sort of pulling on like traditional folklore rather than like, you know, Western ghost stories. You know, like, because in His House it's like what is it that they're being haunted by? He's like obviously, it's the spirit of the kid that drowned, but it's like a witch or something.
Ain't it like a tribal thing?
Yeah, as I said, it's like a traditional like witch curse thing on them. This is sort of like that, where it's like traditional folklore, like legends and stuff that are like seeping into her life. It was okay. It didn't like rock my world. I sort of rated it similarly to I'm sure it's called His House.
His House, yeah, on Netflix, yeah.
Which I thought was a bit like the Babadook, but not quite as good to me.
Nah. Babadook is like a top tier.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, Babadook is great. This is sort of, but that tone of like, here's a like social commentary mixed with like supernatural stuff that's like haunting you, and is maybe like a possession thing where it's like the world, you know, you're being haunted, but everyone's looking at you like you're a fucking weirdo. You know what I mean? Like, it's sort of that. But yeah, I thought it was okay. If you've got a spare evening.
Was it on Amazon?
Yeah. She's really good in it. The lead actress whose name I can't think of right now. And yeah, the like other romantic lead in it with her is really good as well. They have a lot of chemistry where I was like, you could have cut the horror stuff and just had them do like a rom-com movie and I'd have been here for it. But it ends like so abruptly.
Really?
Like, it just stops. I was like, huh? When it finished, I couldn't believe it. I was like, wait, that's it? The movie's done now?
What, to the point where, like, there's not a proper ending? Or
I don't think so. For me, it wasn't very satisfying. I think that was my main knock against the movie. Whereas, at least in His House, they sort of do wrap it up quite nicely.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good movie, His House. Because I'm thinking about it where
it was, I watched that. Like, the eyes in the wall.
And the design of the thing that comes out the wall was really cool. Matt Smith was good in it, I remember.
Oh, yeah, Matt Smith's in it, ain't he?
And the lady, she was in Loki. And every time I see her, she's like a radically different character. She's a really good actor. She was like the like sergeant of the Time Police in Loki.
No way.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's her. Because I was like, I've seen her in something. I can't think of her name. Yeah, I assume Wanmi Mosaku. And she was also in Lovecraft Country. That's what I saw her in. Apparently she's in BVS. I don't remember her in that. Yeah. Loki, Hunter B-15. I saw the trailer for Ant-Man before Avatar.
Thoughts?
I think it looks quite whack. It looks like the opposite of why I like the Ant-Man movies.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I saw the director say, like, oh, I wanted... Like, I was sick of being like a palate cleanser. I told them I want to be set up for the next Avengers. And I was like, but that's not why I like Ant-Man. I like his like silly little adventures where he...
Yeah, but the second one was bad.
The second one was bad. I'm exclusively talking about the first one.
Yeah, true. No, I like the first one, but then it's like, where does Ant-Man fit with the humor now?
Yeah, I get what you mean.
They're all chasing.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. I get what you mean there.
Because this does, like, I mean, it does look like...
It just looks so bland. Like,
it's
like
just
his... in a big CGI blah.
But it looks like his Civil War.
Yeah.
It's like Avengers 2.5.
Yeah.
So...
It just looks like everything I don't care about.
It's interesting why, like, Kang is going to be, like, introduced in Ant-Man, though.
Yeah, well, after Loki.
After Loki, yeah, but I mean, like, this is his...
Unless this is another variant that dies at the end and he's like, there's an even worse... Because that Kang always has an even worse version of him that's going to pop out and go, it was me all along.
Does he die in Loki?
That one does, yeah. Remember, they kill him.
I haven't seen the end of Loki.
Oh, spoilers. Yeah, they kill him, and because he's the only one holding the universe together, and he's like, if you kill me, my variants will appear, and they're even worse. And so she kills him.
But he is a bad guy, Loki.
Well, it depends on your perspective, I suppose. Did you lay eyes on him, or have you just seen him in like clips on Twitter?
I've seen like the clip. Of
okay.
He's like,
because I was like, I swear he's only in one episode.
Yeah. I've seen like the clip where they first see him.
Okay. Yeah, because he's kind of whimsical.
I just didn't know if they killed him.
Yeah, she kills him. Her and Loki have a big fight. and she kills Kang. And you're like, oh, fair enough. Because they're filming the sequel right now.
To Loki?
Yeah. I saw him at an event I was working, Tom Hiddleston.
No way.
And I knew he was filming Loki because his hair was the Loki hair.
Did you speak to him?
Nah. He was on like the other side of the room.
Big Tom Hiddleston.
But yeah, I was like, oh, it's not a wig. Like, it's his hair. Because like literally it was the Loki, like it was the style and everything. Like, I don't know why, I just assumed it was a wig. Because I don't, like normally when I see him with like short hair, I feel like in other movies.
He must have grown out.
I'm excited though for Loki season 2. Loki's probably the best Disney Plus show.
Yeah, I did enjoy it, to be fair. I think I was watching other stuff at the time, so I never finished it. But, yeah.
Do you have anything else you want to...
What about the Daredevil news?
Oh, God. I don't have much to say other than you were probably right last podcast when you said it will probably be like every other MCU thing.
So for context,
basically Charlie Cox said it's not going to be as gory,
and it's going to not have a mature rating.
Yeah, which to be fair doesn't mean it's going to be like filled with jokes or anything, but like
not at all, but
it just seems like he's sort of laying the groundwork of like
for disappointment.
Yeah, like, hey, this isn't season 4.
Yeah,
you know, this is its own thing.
That's pretty clear now. Like, it's not season 4,
which I think is a shame.
Yeah, it's just a reboot. Well, at least a soft reboot.
Yeah, I think it'll be at first it'll be a soft reboot, and then once it picks up steam, it will like pretty strongly contradict the Netflix show, I reckon.
Yeah.
Which is a shame, but oh well. The Netflix show ended anyway, so like I'm pretty satisfied with the 3 seasons of the Netflix show. Like 2 has its faults, but 3 and 1 more than enough make up for it.
They do, but I don't know, man. They set up Bullseye. I wanted to see Bullseye.
Yeah, I would have liked to see, and to see him actually be Bullseye in the costume would have been cool. And, you know, bring Elektra back. I reckon she was a good actor. I reckon they could have fixed her character. Given her a better costume than whatever the fuck that was. Just a...
Give it a bandana, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
More
I think we've said everything about...
Yeah, as I said, I feel like we've pretty thoroughly... As I said, I just agree with you, is all I'll say. Like, I'll jump in on the... I don't really... I'll watch it, because obviously I will. It's got Charlie Cox in it.
Yeah.
My king.
Young king.
The Daredevil. No shade to Ben Affleck. But I'm not going to go in expecting, season 4 or anything. I just hope it'll be a fun watch at this point.
Yeah. Me too. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Was there anything else like announced or that came out that we're missing? I feel like we've...
Not off the top of my head.
I was going to say, there's not really been... I feel like December's quite a quiet month because of Christmas. People kind of try to avoid, dropping stuff.
Yeah, no, not off the top of my head.
What's the best Christmas song?
Christmas song?
Yeah.
George Michael, Last Christmas.
Yes, correct. What a song.
What a tune.
That's a song you can listen to whenever.
Exactly. And that's the key. That's the key to capturing something Christmas related. That's good.
That's all you need. Mariah Carey, I'll give 2 though.
She's got the...
She's the goat in terms of the iconography.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the Christmas song.
But her pen game, it don't stack up to George Michael.
Yeah, no, George Michael.
he was spitting on that song.
Yeah. Mariah Carey, what a specimen.
Go back in the day. Not even back in
now,
the day.
Like. Thick Mariah Carey.
But when she was...
when she dropped Last Christmas. Yeah. Not Last Christmas. All I Want for Christmas is You. Although isn't that a whole album?
She has a Christmas album, yeah.
I couldn't tell you what the other songs on there are, though.
No, same.
Are they covers? Because I saw, I was like, let me listen to some different Christmas music. So I listened to the Bryson album. I also listened to the LVRN collab thing they dropped.
Did you listen to the Tyler one?
No, I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah,
he did a Christmas album.
It's like Grinch related.
Oh, no way. I'll have to give that a listen, because Ty, what a king. Underappreciated.
No, definitely.
I'd like him to follow up his last album. Because it was good. You know what I mean? I feel like the last album was good. If he like took what he learned from that album, cut out some of the fat, I think he could put out like a masterpiece of an album.
Yeah, I think he's got a strong album run from like Flower Boy onwards. Like
Flower
Boy?
Yeah, an album called Flower Boy.
Is it Flower Boy? Am I getting that wrong? I'm
pretty sure Flower Boy. The
Tyler.
Oh, Tyler. I thought you said Ty.
Ty. Oh.
I thought you said Ty Dolla $ign.
Oh no, Tyler.
Tyler. I haven't heard. I didn't know Tyler had a Christmas album at all.
Yeah, it's the Grinch one. He's got a Grinch.
Oh.
It's like Grinch related.
Tyler,
What's it called?
the creator.
Oh yeah, music inspired by Illumination and Dr. Seuss's The Grinch.
That's a catchy title. 2018. This is old. I did not know this was a thing. I've not heard this. But I don't really listen to Tyler, the Creator, so...
I do agree with your point...
About Ty Dolla $ign. I would like another Ty Dolla $ign. Yeah, but it was too long.
For him, a perfect album would be like a 10-song album.
Yes.
With like 2 or 3 features.
Yeah.
And he's just vibing.
Yeah, because there's some great songs on there that I really fucked with. Like that, because you get the Cuddy one on there. The Post Malone one was okay. I think Post had the better.
Oh yeah, he had a good verse on that.
Yeah, but I think but I think Post had the better collab, as in.
Oh yeah, Psycho.
Psycho. Yeah. Oh, track 6 with
Ye and Thundercat.
Anderson .Paak. Yeah, there's a lot on here I like the ones towards the end, like Nothing Like Your Ex's, Everywhere, Slow It Down, Your Turn with Black, and all the other people. I know, I like that Ego Death song. Except for I don't know what Kanye was doing on that song. That's when we should have known. Should have stopped him then.
Oh man, I saw something
before he broke the Treaty of Versailles.
There was like merch where it was like Ye 24, but it was like in the shape of it. I don't know if it was real. It was probably. I mean, I say it was probably fake, but nothing would surprise me.
Nothing would surprise me. But yeah, I like Ty's bit on Ego Death. Murdered my ego when you walked away. It makes me want to like go in the club and vibe. Oh my days.
It's Ye 24.
That's hilarious. You know the SpongeBob meme where it's like, that's hilarious, that's awful, and he's going like the opposite of cross-eyed.
Oh yeah.
That's me seeing that merch. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's an evil world we live in.
It's an evil world we live in. But yeah, I was trying to say the LVRN collab project is decent.
Yeah.
I was disappointed how much of it was just covers though. They only have like 2 original songs on there.
Who's on there?
Black, Summer Walker, Drum, Division. They do Let It Snow, but they combine it with is it The Line where it's like, and I'm falling back to you.
Falling. Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah. He like combines Let It Snow with that. Like, it was quite cool. I was like, oh, that's fun. And Summer Walker does like Santa Baby.
What does Black do?
He does an original song with Summer Walker. It was cool. I was like, oh, this is nice. I kind of wish they did more, like Drum does Feliz Navidad. I can't remember what else is on there. There might be some more original songs. I didn't listen to some of the artists I didn't really know.
When did this drop?
They did one last year and one this year. Summer Walker's Santa Baby's kind of hard.
I can imagine, yeah. She got the voice for it.
I was going to say, she might have a head full of birdseed, but the voice is immaculate. But yeah, Black, got to drop this year.
He at this point, he's probably, out of everyone I listen to, he's probably most anticipated.
Definitely.
Him or Cole. They're the only ones left. Everyone we said this year.
yeah. As I said, except for Jay Huss. He's the only one that eluded us.
Yeah. Everyone dropped. I guess Bryson.
Yeah. Next year, yeah, I hope the Brits, we make a comeback. Took a year off.
Took a year out. All those storms he dropped.
What do you want me to do with this information?
Big Stormzy.
You're not a Stormzy stan?
No comment. I don't want to get grilled online by the UK. Our UK.
I want to get cancelled by our UK listeners. They're going to be like, you called UK music shit. And now you're grilling Stormzy.
You're grilling our icon.
You hate. Oh my God. But I think, what's his name needs to be stopped. Who did the fucking flip of You Let Her Go?
Central C.
Central C needs to be stopped.
Yeah.
What the fuck was that song?
Only know you love when you let her go.
But the music video was so weird because like he was like doing like a sad song, innit?
Yeah.
But his man them are all in the background like ballied up, and I'm like, what is the vibe here?
I need to say I don't get the hype with Central C like at all. But he's like massive.
You're not like.
He's like known in America now. Like he's big.
He's like one of the big UK artists.
And I don't understand it like at all. Like half of his songs are fucking samples from old songs, but like not like
not in a clever way. Where it's just literally
on a fucking loop with a generic UK.
Yeah,
drill
like
beat.
you googled like YouTube UK drill beat.
Like come on, man. Like how can I be homophobic? My bitch is gay.
Doja is like.
It's like
so
a funny,
cringe it works.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the trap's still running on Christmas Day. You know, like it's not a good song, but if it comes on in the club, you're gonna like roll a shoulder.
But that's like the anthem. Like it's like the UK anthem now.
I don't get it.
You can't take gigs off the pedestal, man.
Big smoke. Skepta is clear.
Nah,
I'm sorry.
I can't say I understand the hype.
Yeah, neither do I with Central C. I'm sorry. Sorry to betray our people. But I don't get it.
Like, the thing everyone complains about at the moment in UK music, which is just taking a early 2010s pop song, flipping it on a drill beat.
Yeah.
That's like his whole thing.
That is his.
So like, why?
Yeah.
But somehow he gets gassed through it.
I don't get it.
I don't know.
It's like Doja's the only one where it's not that. And even then, it's not like a great song.
I don't get it. I'm not saying he's terrible, but I don't get why he's the guy.
It's because he ain't homophobic.
This bitch is gay. This bitch is gay. Somebody told Doja Cat.
I'm trying to indulge in that. What a song. The UK, that's stand up when your anthem plays.
Yeah. Yeah, nah.
No, man. Skepta, he can drop another little tape like last.
You know, gigs. He's
been ghosting. I haven't seen a thing from him in time.
And his last album was shit. So
what was his last album?
Something big. The big or something. What is it called?
That's not the one with Dave on it, is it?
Nah, that's One to Them.
No. The second date. Or was that just a Lucy?
Which one?
He did a song with Dave.
Big Bad, or is it Now? Oh no, Now or Never was his most recent one.
I ain't heard that Now or Never.
Straight Murder, Dave's on.
Yes, yeah, where he's on about his girl doing the Lonely Fritz.
Big Bad was shit as well. That's too
The thing is, Gigs doesn't have like range.
Nah, but like when he's in his bag, he's in his bag.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. He does his thing well.
Yeah.
So I feel like he just needs to like take the time to like build like an album where he's in his bag, and that's it.
Big Gigsy, where's the love with Drake?
Yeah, because he said they had another song together. Come on. That was the UK anthem for forever.
Oh, no,
Still is, to be honest. You play that in the club. No. Everyone will fucking lose their mind.
Yeah, man.
I would like to hear Skepta do a song with Drake.
Yeah, but
Drake, do a grime mixtape, please. Like, just come back, do More Life 2. Come Culture Vulture Britain again. We need
for
it.
real though. Especially now, like it would be a lot different to.
I hope. I want for this, where this is the last season of Top Boy. I hope they do like a great soundtrack.
And he's actually.
Yeah, get Drake to like executive produce.
You
know what I mean? Because the first series soundtrack was pretty decent.
It had some good songs, yeah.
That's where Professor X comes from, innit?
But like now he could actually. I feel like now Drake could actually do UK rap and not make it cringe. Like
yeah.
Especially him and Skep. Like him and Skep would actually make like a good song.
I think Central C did say he's talking to Drake about doing a song. So be ready for. It'll be a drill flip. That might actually be hard. What I'm saying, if they do the drill flip, but it's like Marvin's Room. That might. I kind of want to hear that. Yeah. That might actually be a little hard if he actually got Drake on it.
I think Drake on drill, like it can work.
I like. What's the freestyle called?
Only You.
That's hard.
Yeah, it works there.
I know people were making fun of when he goes off beat. I think it's hard.
Yeah, no, people hate on that. And what's the other one on Dark Lane?
War. Oi.
War's a banger, man. Don't tell me War ain't a banger. Yes, like.
And the boy that sang on Tula.
He hasn't like quite got the flow yet, but it still works. So if you give it like, if he did it now,
I'm telling you, give him and Skepta a song. That'll be song of the summer.
Yeah, because they could do like any song. They could do like another.
They could do a rap song. They could do a
get Wizkid as well. Like then you got the triple.
That's like Wizkid's two best collaborators, Skepta and Drake. They've never missed. Big Wiz. He's never missed with Skepta and he's never missed with Drake. So I'm here for it. I'm here for that. That would be hard. That'd be like the Avengers of. Well, aren't they technically on the remix?
Of what?
They're on the Skepta remix, aren't they? Of, I don't know how to say the word. I can't think of what it's called. Drake Skepta. Yes. I don't know how to say that word. Ojalegbach? Featuring Drake and Skepta.
I heard that.
That's because it's not like
real.
It never got an official drop.
Right.
It was like just on YouTube or whatever. I haven't heard it in ages because I can't. It's not anywhere. I think they're rapping on it, but I could be wrong. Because obviously he's on More Life.
Yeah.
Although, it wasn't Skepta's best performance. I don't really like Skepta.
I don't mind it.
It's a madness.
It's a madness. It's got like that old school UK beat.
It's also really out of place when it's switched, because isn't it after like Passion Fruit or something? And you're like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, it is kind of.
It's like really out of place. Or like Lose You or something. It's like after like a slow one and you're like, oh damn, okay, it's a madness.
It's a madness. Yeah, man.
Yeah, as I said, More Life 2. Drop it. As I said, do a Top Boy. Because it's the last season. You got to do something. Get Kano on it.
Yeah, nah.
Surely. Has he ever done... He's never done... He's not on
anything with Drake. Yeah. Just get him, man. Nah, he should. Score chart. Get them all. Get all like what Dave did on... In the file.
Yeah, literally.
Just do that. Bring them together.
You know that was like Drake's favourite song on the album. He was like, oh.
Yeah.
He's listening to that. He's like, who's next? Oh. He was running around the house. Guys. It's like, no, Kigsy, big Kigsy.
From Pecknam.
Oh, because he shouts him out on fucking Her Loss, doesn't he?
Does he? What does he say?
He says, I'm still SM1.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, oh, shit. I was like, no way.
For real though, what's happened? Like, the UK connections have gone quiet lately.
Yeah, didn't he? He popped out somewhere, though, recently.
Did he?
Yeah, wasn't he Bread and Dave or someone recently?
Since that, since Only You freestyle, he ain't done anything, has
he? Yeah, he's not done any music.
That was a while ago.
Yeah, because that was COVID. That was 2020. Because that was on that Heady One album, wasn't it? Which was a decent album. Didn't mind it.
I thought, it was alright, yeah.
Because that's got like Princess Cuts, the one with Future. You had
Heady One as well, yeah. Put him on it.
Yeah.
Put him on the Top Boy Avengers.
Tion Wayne.
Yeah. Ardy.
Oh, him as well. He does the same fucking thing.
Fuck Ardy, man. No disrespect, Ardy.
I like the Flowers song.
I can't. It killed because like Flower. The original was a banger.
I get what you mean. Well, and it's like both. It's like two because it's like flowers. I'll bring you flowers in the ballroom, and it's also Say My Name, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like both, and you're kind of like, oh.
It killed two fucking songs.
Damn, double homicide. Yeah, nah. I'll take it over any Central C song though. I'm sorry. Central C. No hate. You just hate white rappers. You don't want to see a white boy succeed.
Nah, it's like that H song with Ed Sheeran.
Oh my god.
That's the cringiest shit I've ever
heard. That's the
heard.
worst thing.
My G.
I heard it because you warned me about it. And then I was working at like a Christmas party or something. And I just heard it playing in the background. I was like, wait. Did I just hear the phrase my G?
That's so cringe though. Like, there are ways to do it. Like,
the thing is, Ed Sheeran is normally good at it.
He used to he's got songs.
That's where he came from. Yeah,
but he's just made it cringe. He was like,
yeah, man.
You'll always my G.
I blame for when he got lost in his Irish roots. I don't know what happened. He lost the source. I don't know what happened. Galway girl dropped and he fell off hard.
It's the Guinness, man. It's done him.
It did him in filthy, man. I don't know what happened. The guy went from rapping about like, we used to go and sit down in Nando's to like
my G.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. He like moved out to the country and lost touch with the people.
Yeah.
No, man. He might be a culture vulture. Shout out to Big Ed, but
yeah,
the guy used like that sound to blow up, and then like the second he was rich and famous was like, I was Irish the whole time, guys.
Yeah,
played the fiddle in an Irish band. My guy, the second he got put on was like, I'm out. You'll be easy. I'm going Ireland.
For real though. For real. Nah, because even I remember Wiley called him out for it. There was like that beef between them, weren't there?
Yeah. Although Wiley's a fucking hypocrite, man. You can't do songs with Tory Lanez and call Drake a culture vulture.
Tory, man.
Because fucking Ed Sheeran covered Tory Lanez back in the day. He did Say It.
Did he?
Yeah. Did you? Have you not heard his version of Say It? Kind of hard. I'll be real.
Is it better than Tory's?
Kind of is. I won't lie. It's kind of hard.
Tory.
Because obviously, there's a particular word in there Ed can't say. So I like how he like flips it nicely.
What's that? My G?
My G. No, man. Ed, I don't know. Because the collabs didn't really do it for me. It's like he heard everyone criticise him over Divide for like leaving the people. And he was like, well, I'll collab with Stormzy, I guess.
Yeah.
And then like, I don't know. It was okay. Because isn't Young Thug on there or something? There's a load of people on there.
On
where
the collab.
where
Dave,
you're just like,
Thug,
what?
Huss.
Dave's on there.
Yeah.
Dave and Ed Sheeran have a collab
on that collaborations project. Yeah, and Huss and
I know Huss is on there. I've heard that one.
PNB so Rock.
Like Billie Jean. Yeah, that was big. The PNB Rock.
Yeah, with cool? Trance.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was called.
Cross Me, I think.
Yeah, if you cross me, cross me. Number 6 collaboration. Yeah, Khalid was on there.
To be fair, I didn't think that was a bad.
I know. I just
album,
felt like I forced it a bit.
A little bit, but like.
Oh yeah, Travis Scott on there. Eminem and 50 Cent. Why is Ed Sheeran on a song with Eminem and 50 Cent? What the fuck is going on?
Oh, Meek as well and Boogie.
I've not heard this. Nothing on You with Dave.
Yeah.
And Paolo Londra.
The song's kind of shit, but like Dave has an alright verse.
Dave don't miss. That's why. He had a song with Skrillex. That's hilarious. I haven't heard as much of this tape as I thought, but Equals, I've heard enough.
No, but it's just like Ed Sheeran, like
all
you
I
say.
heard was Shivers, and I was like, I am out. What the fuck is and Bad Habit? And Bad Habit.
He just forces it, like the song with Stormzy, like "Take Me Back to London," and then he tries like rapping, and you're like, ugh.
I don't know, but he used to have it. No, man, what's the rapping one on?
No, but that's what I mean. You
need me, I don't need you. Oh, what a banger!
But it just comes off as forced now.
Yeah,
like you say, he's like so out of touch. He hasn't been, hasn't been to London. Like,
take me back to
London. To be fair, there's that picture of him at Eddie Station.
Yeah, but that's just because he was like, as I said, it's like he was like, oh shit. After Galway Girl hit the streets, he was like, I gotta run it back for the people. I'm not good in the hood anymore. I gotta run it back. So it's like Stormzy, Tion Wayne, Heady One.
Yeah, because they're on the Bad Habits remix, isn't it?
But he's done bare songs with Stormzy. They've done like 3 songs together now, I swear. Isn't he on Stormzy's album?
Man. Just give it a rest.
Oh, man, Ed, it's me, Ed. I think that's the thing. I liked Ed when he was like relatable. When it's like,
yeah, make some sad shit.
I took you on a date and we got chips. And
we had a baby and now you had an abortion. And we're all doing crack. Like, that's when he was spitting real shit. Peak Ed. No, but it was though, innit? Like,
and Multiply was peak like pop Ed. I'll give him that.
Yeah, that's before like he put every song through a song generator.
Yeah. Then he touched Ireland. I don't know. I'm telling you, I don't know what happened, man.
Dublin changed him, man.
Dublin, you ain't the same no more, man.
Galway had him on the ropes.
The worst part is I actually like Galway Girl. It's kind of a banger. Makes me want to dance like that scene in Titanic.
Played a fiddle in an Irish band.
It's kind of hard. But I don't know, Divide was where he lost it. Because he like tried some like deep emotional ones and they weren't hitting no more.
It didn't do it, man.
And then like, the Equals. I'm not sure. I'm not. What was he cooking? Nah, man. Who let bro cook? Who let him cook? What's he doing in there? Stop him. It's especially funny with Equals because, as I said, it's literally like, oh shit, they're criticizing me for like culture vulturing. So he dropped the collaborations tape, with like bare black people.
Then he goes,
and then immediately it's like, all right, bad habits. Like, can't help himself. It's just immediately like, I'm out.
No, you got a point though, because he's like, he gives them bread on the throwaway. But not on the A side.
Put Stormzy on Galway Girl. Yeah, no, because wait,
I hadn't even heard Divide. To be fair,
Equals. You mean you have heard?
That's
Divide.
it. Sorry, yeah.
Divide was blown up in the streets.
yeah.
I've only heard like 3 songs on it, and I was like, that's enough. Yeah, he's got no collabs.
Just Elton John. Oh, that's the Christmas edition.
I was gonna say Christmas edition. And even then, that's just one extra song. This guy, he knows how to run the streams up. Whereas on the 2-step remixes, he has Little Baby.
Pot of Paper.
Oh my god, look at all these fucking remixes. Ed's a hustler, man.
See, he knows.
Because I saw him breading Abel. He was like, Blinding Lights is about to take over from Shape of You as like the biggest song in
Oh
the
yeah,
history
I saw that
of the
on
world.
Twitter.
Why does he have Pikachu in this image? What?
He did a Pokemon song, didn't he?
What?
Yeah, Celestia.
He played the Master Ball in the final tournament. Nah.
Collaboration was alright.
It was decent. I'll walk it back a bit. It was decent. It was a step in the right direction after Divide, because BBA.
What is that?
What was he doing? Nancy Mulligan. Mate, I'm telling you, this brother touched Ireland and never looked back.
For real, it was. Nah, the Guinness. When the Guinness touched his lips,
had one sip.
he's like, yeah.
Mate, bring back Drunk. Oh, that was peak Ed.
Lego House.
Lego House.
Small bump.
Just a small bump.
18. Don't.
What is it? Give me love.
Give me love.
Nah, man.
When he was being a person,
when he was
than
hustling.
Like an industry plant.
I'm telling you, when he was hustling.
Yeah.
When he was struggling for money.
And he was like actually writing about stuff that was real.
Taking your girl to Nando's for some chips or whatever.
And now he's going.
Now he's taking your girl to Dublin for fucking Irish dance.
For a jig.
For a jig up. An Irish jig.
I'm in love with the shape.
How did that song blow like it did? Like it blew, like that was enormous.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Big Ed. Big Ginge.
We'll cut it there.
Yeah, we'll end it with there.
We'll leave you with that. We'll leave you with the thoughts of Ed Sheeran. As always, if you've enjoyed, give us a follow, subscribe, whatever you feel like. It's a free country. Unless you're not in a free country, you could be anywhere listening to this. Happy New Year by the time this probably comes out. We'll
2023.
Big things planned. And I've been Ben.
I've been Aaron.
And we'll catch you next episode.
Peace.